whatever it may be, the DMK was not revolving around one star, so it was easier to get access to M. Karunanidhi. You can go put the mic on. This is going to be fascinating for journalists now to look at 5 years of Vijay in power. I want to see, because you remember during Jayalalitha's time, she would come out of the secretariat, you'd stand in the crowd and say, Madam, Madam, Madam. If she decides to come and talk, she'd come and talk. Otherwise, no. There was no this one there, and chosen interview. So it'll be very interesting, Vijay, how it's going to be for journalists and people out there in terms of when he's going to get into the secretariat. And I'm really thinking of bureaucrats and IPS officers. Let's not forget, this state 6 decades has only lived between these two parties, so they knew who was going to come to power. So it's going to be fascinating.
Since we have his family on screen right now, the fact that we've spoken a number of factors because of which Vijay got the sympathy of people. One issue perhaps also the kind of scrutiny that his personal life was put under. Remember a couple of unsavory statements that were made about his personal life, a court case that suddenly appeared in the headlines. But he was pretty upfront about it. He was unapologetic.
Padmaja, he was not spared anything. After the Karur tragedy, he was taken on by the DMK severely.
And if anything, people think of you as an underdog, and when you drag in a personal angle, then the Janta just thinks that
it's not just about that, right? Tell me. No, I don't think there was a sympathy wave. I think there's an age wave. His popularity and anti-incumbency is what is there. But, in a state like Tamil Nadu, you do not, he was seen as victimized and targeted. Every person we spoke to, every person I spoke to said, sir, romba torture pandranga. They were speaking that way.
What's interesting also is that this means that he's like, in a bit like Trump and Modi, he's an outsider to the elite town, and he's bringing his own networks. You said about bureaucrats. Everyone's going to have a bit of a shake-up, and it's going to be a new way of working from day one.
I know, and
that's going to change things up.
I just hope it's a sort of a smooth way, because this is a reasonably better administered state. I hope
absolutely.
It's sort of, I don't know what it means in terms of such a tectonic change. When somebody who has never been in power, had the experience in politics as the CM, you have your strategists and politicians. One is to win an election, the other is to run a government.
May I say something on Tamil Nadu? Just one line. Just an observation. I think there was a vacuum in Tamil between DMK and AIDMK basically, and since Jayalalitha is passing away, that vacuum probably has now getting filled in, because the other one, DMK, had a succession and Stalin took over, but in AIDMK it kind of broke away. So I think that's the vacuum and the boredom that came from the young people. So maybe that's the space that Vijay has taken up.
You're right.
I have one more thought. I feel that in a sense, Vijay has actually broken apart the original Dravidian model of 50 years that is held. Not that those values are going away, but in a sense, the space is opened up more for others to
stay with me. I want to go across now, live and exclusive on NDTV, to one of the key architects of the Bharatiya Janata Party's victory in the state of West Bengal. The man who was trooped on the ground making this happen. He made Haryana happen. Remember, in Haryana, where everybody thought it's impossible, Dharmendra Pradhan said, I will deliver Haryana for the party. He's been one of the key people delivering and working on the ground in West Bengal. He joins us now. Dharmendra ji, बहुत बहुत स्वागत। छा गए आपने तो ऐसी जगह पे बीजेपी को जिता दिया जहां पहले माना जाता था कि जीतना असंभव है।
देखिए, 100 साल की बंगाल की जनता की आकांक्षा का पूर्ति हो रही है। मैं सबसे पहले बंगाल की जनता को नतमस्तक होकर आभार प्रकट करता हूं। बंगाल की जनता ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऊपर, प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सारे बातों पे भरोसा किया। एक ऐतिहासिक विजय है, देश का विजय है। इसकी एक लंबे समय की इम्पैक्ट रहेगा देश की राजनीति में। मैं फिर एक बार बंगाल की इस जनता की इस महत्वपूर्ण निर्णय को आदर करता हूं, सम्मान करता हूं।
सर, आपने हरियाणा में एकदम जैसे क्रिकेट में कहते हैं ना, आप ट्रेल कर रहे थे, वहां से जिताया। यहाँ पे भी जितने ज्यादातर बंगाली भद्र लोग हैं या पंडित से, उनको लग रहा था कि कुछ भी हो जाए, बीजेपी का पश्चिम बंगाल में जीतना ऑलमोस्ट इम्पॉसिबल है। आपने इस इम्पॉसिबल को पॉसिबल कैसे बनाया?
ये बंगाल की जनता ने टीएमसी की कुशासन के खिलाफ मत दिया है। घुसपैठियों के ऊपर उनकी जो विशेष प्रेम था उसके ऊपर वोट दिया है। वहां की नौजवानों की चाकरी नहीं था, जॉब नहीं था, इसके ऊपर वोट दिया है। विशेष करके बंगाल की महिलाओं के ऊपर एक जो अत्याचार की एक अनगिनत कथा आई थी, वो संदेश खाली हो या आरजी कर हो, जिस अहंकार से टीएमसी की नेतृत्व उस घटनाओं को हैंडल किया था, जिस घटना से मैं शिक्षा विभाग से जुड़ा हूं, बंगाल में शिक्षकों की नौकरी बिक्री हुई थी, मंत्रियों के घर में नोटों की पहाड़ बरामद हुई थी। ये सारे अत्याचार के खिलाफ जनता की, जो बंगाल की जनता जो एक सोची समझी मत दिया है, ये उनको सारे श्रेय दिया जाता है। सारे विषय जो भी बंगाल में काम कर रहा था उसको ध्यान में आ गया था। बंगाल बहुत बड़ी परिवर्तन की ओर बढ़ रही है।
ये मेरी कुलीग है मनोज्ञा लोईवाल, बहुत वक्त तक आपका कैंपेन कवर कर रही थी, वो आपसे सवाल करना चाहती। मनोज्ञा,
नमस्ते दादा, आज जय जगन्नाथ कहेंगे कि जय माँ काली? मेरा तो सबसे पहला सवाल यही है।
जय जगन्नाथ, जय माँ काली दोनों ही कहूंगा, जय बंगाल कहूंगा।
मिदनापुर में, नंदीग्राम में आपने बहुत कैंपेन किया, 2021 में भी आपकी बड़ी भूमिका थी और इस बार भी। तो व्हाट डू वी एक्सपेक्ट? इज इट द क्रेडिट गोज टू यू फॉर मॉनिटरिंग इट कंप्लीटली अगेन इन नंदीग्राम दिस टाइम?
नहीं, मैंने, आप जानते हो सारी क्रेडिट बंगाल की जनता की है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के असंख्य कार्यकर्ताओं की है और हमारी सर्वोच्च नेता माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के ऊपर बंगाल की जनता की, देश की जनता की भरोसा ही इस नतीजा का परिणाम है।
व्हाट इज धर्मेंद्र प्रधान मैसेज टू चीफ मिनिस्टर ममता बनर्जी टुडे?
अहंकार की पराजय हुई, कुशासन की पराजय हुई, महिलाओं की साफ उन पे लग गई, गरीबों की, युवाओं की, किसानों की साफ उनके ऊपर लग गई।
ये मेरी कुलीग हैं पद्मजा जोशी, वो आपसे सवाल करना चाहती हैं।
धर्मेंद्र जी, गुड आफ्टरनून, मेनी कांग्रेचुलेशंस। आपके एक धारणा थी कि एक अभेद्य किला है तृणमूल कांग्रेस का, वो तो आप उसके पार हो ही नहीं सकते। सबसे ज्यादा आपकी जो लीड्स आई हैं वो आई हैं मालदा मुर्शिदाबाद वाले एरिया में, साउथ 24 परगनास में, और आयरॉनिकली जिस डायमंड हार्बर मॉडल की बात की जा रही थी, दैट आई चैलेंज द यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया टू ट्राई एंड टेक ऑन द डायमंड हार्बर मॉडल, उस डायमंड हार्बर की सीट पर अभी तक बीजेपी लीड कर रही है। क्या लगता है आपको इस पूरे उसका संदेश क्या है? और मोर स्पेसिफिकली जो मुस्लिम डोमिनेटेड एरियाज में बीजेपी को लीड कैसे मिली? क्या आपने वोट स्प्लिट किया?
पद्मजा जी, रावण की भी अहंकार नहीं रही थी, ये तो सामान्य मनुष्य थे। ये खुद को भगवान मान बैठे थे, खुद को महान मान बैठे थे। बंगाल की जनता ने चुन चुन के, ये तो रिगिंग से वोट जीते थे, भय दिखा के वोट जीते थे, निष्पक्षता नहीं होती थी। मैं भारत की चुनाव आयोग को कोटि कोटि प्रणाम करता हूं। उन्होंने जिस ढंग से निष्पक्ष चुनाव करवाया, इसी के नतीजा है।
धर्मेंद्र जी, एक सवाल मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि हमने हम जब पानीहाटी एरिया में गए थे, हिंगालगंज जैसे में गए थे, वहां पर और कोलकाता में भी जब आरजी कौर का नाम सुन के कुछ महिलाएं जस्ट स्पॉन्टेनियसली जिस तरीके का उनका रिएक्शन होता था, आप आज प्रदेश की महिलाओं को खासतौर पर क्या कहेंगे? जो
ये मातृशक्ति की विजय है। बंगाल की महिला मां साक्षात दुर्गा के रूप में, काली के रूप में अन्याय अत्याचार को संहार किया है। ये विजय बंगाल की जनता की, विशेष करके मातृशक्ति की है।
एनडीटीवी के मैनेजिंग एडिटर हैं शिव अरूर, वो आपसे सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं। शिव।
धर्मेंद्र जी, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बिग कंग्रेचुलेशंस टू यू। आई एम शिव अरूर। आई वांट टू add to Padmaja's question on the Mahila vote, because the Trinamool had always been extremely confident. They were very dismissive of the BJP's appeal as far as the Mahila vote in Bengal is concerned. How did it happen? How do you explain this vote?
Because Trinamool has created huge crisis of confidence on their leadership. The way they reacted during the Arjikar incident, during the Sandeshkhali incident, during the Durgapur incident, in all part of Bengal, they have huge atrocity on women. Women were at the receiving end. They thought this is their monopoly, they can do anything, they can get away. But especially women of Bengal, they are very conscious. There is a great history of Bengal's socio-political movement. They have rejected, they have taught a lesson to this autocrat people, the Ahankari people.
ये कंचन गुप्ता आपसे सवाल करना चाहते हैं। कंचन दा।
Tamilaga ji, namaste. The scheduled tribe vote has just been swept by the BJP. What do you attribute it to? Across the state, it's the same thing.
Panchanda, you are a great observer. You are a part of the Bengal political culture. You know everything. Not only tribal, not only women, not only Matuas. not only Bhadraloks, all segment of Bengal has stood rock solid with Prime Minister Modi's leadership. This is the primary analysis of the thing. Later, all part of result come out from hill to Ganga Sagar. दार्जिलिंग की चोटी से लेकर गंगा सागर तक सभी इलाका में, उड़ीसा की सीमा से लेकर बसरीहाट तक सभी इलाका में, मालदा मुर्शिदाबाद तक सभी इलाके में बंगाल की जनता ने एक डिसाइसिव मैंडेट दिया था. ये मैंडेट स्पिरिट में कांचन, आप इतिहास के विद्यार्थी हो, 1905 में बंग भंग के बाद बंगाल की जनता के मन में एक आक्रोश था. बंगाल की जनता एक बड़ी विषय पे बंधा हुआ था. मैं पड़ोसी राज्य से होने के नाते, बंगाल के समाज के एक ऑब्जर्वर के नाते, मेरे मन में संतुष्टि है. श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी जी की विजन, जिस मुद्दे को लेकर बंगाल लंबे समय तक इमोशनली जुड़ा हुआ था, इस बार चुनाव में उस विषय के लिए उन्होंने मतदान दिया है.
Shankar Iyer has a question for you.
धर्मेंद्र जी नमस्कार, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस.
नमस्कार शंकर जी.
आप बगल के राज्य से हैं और उस बगल के राज्य में भी ऐसे ही उथल पुथल आपने कराया था 2024 में, तो उसमें और इसमें क्या कॉमन है?
देखो, एंटी एस्टेब्लिशमेंट दोनों जगह पे था, लेकिन बंगाल में अत्याचार आसमान छू चुकी थी, अहंकार आसमान छू चुकी थी, भ्रष्टाचार चरम पे था, और बंगाल की जनता को डर भर और आतंक दिखा के तृणमूल के लोग लंबे समय तक अख्तियार करने का एक सफल फॉर्मूला बना लिए थे. उसी को प्रजातंत्र के नाम दे रहे थे. ये इस प्रकार की नतीजा, मैं बंगाल के चुनाव के नतीजा को देश के अन्य सभी इलाकों से अलग मानता हूं. बंगाल की पृष्ठभूमि पिछले 50 साल में, पहले लगभग 35 साल कम्युनिस्टों ने, बाद में 15 साल टीएमसी ने बंगाल की डेमोक्रेसी को बंधक में रखा था, होस्टेज में रखे थे. दारिद्र्यता चरम पे होने के बावजूद विकास नहीं करना, लोगों को भय दिखाना, ये सिर्फ एक चुनाव की नतीजा नहीं है. बंगाल ने इस बार 50 साल की एक अलग पैटर्न पे गया है. ऑटोक्रेटिक पैटर्न को तोड़ के एक डेमोक्रेटिक पैटर्न को अपनाए. ये सिर्फ एक 2026 की चुनाव नहीं है, ये पिछले 50 साल के कई चुनाव के अंदर जो कुंठा थी, जो रिलेक्टेंस थी सोसाइटी की एक पॉजिटिव मैंडेट करने के लिए, जिसकी मैंने कहा हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड था 1905 से. आफ्टर बंग भंग क्यों हुआ, क्या कारण क्या था? क्या बंगाल की रिसोर्स घुसपैठियों के पास रहेगा? क्या बॉर्डर ऐसे ही खुले रहेगा? क्या चाकरी नहीं मिलेगा? इस सारे के ऊपर हिस्टोरिकल फैक्ट, कल्चरल फैक्ट और आज की रियो पॉलिटिकल, रियो इकोनॉमिक, सोशियो इकोनॉमिक इश्यूज बंगाल के चुनाव की नतीजा है.
Mahua Chatterjee has a question for you. Mahua.
Dharmendra ji, congratulations, and just one short question to you on this forum, and I want to ask you, you've been involved with elections in various states, and you are an experienced person on this on behalf of your party BJP. So just if you could explain a little bit as to what is the difference in Bengal's voting pattern from the 2024 Lok Sabha elections and this one, which is barely just 2 years. There's just 2 years between them, because in 2024 you did lose some votes, but now you have gained big. So what is the difference that has made this possible?
Rahulji, I couldn't hear Mahua ji.
Okay, let me see if I can get Boria Majumdar to ask a question. Boria.
As a Bengali, Dharmendra ji, every time we talk about Bengal and I hear we don't have opportunities, there are no jobs, so I have to go somewhere else, somebody has to go somewhere else, go and seek opportunity, employment, whatever. After this victory, do you reckon we will seriously now have the Bengali talent go back to Bengal, get opportunities, see progress, see no longer corruption? The Bengalis will finally get it all back?
Certainly. On all these issues, we have fought election. We have assured, we have promised in our manifesto. There will new jobs will be there. The industrialization will start again in Bengal. The agricultural field of Bengal will be again flourish. All these new economic activities, I am thankful to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Since last 12 years, Prime Minister Modi's priority is towards eastern part of the country, be it Bengal, be it northeastern states like Assam and other states, be it Bihar, Jharkhand or Odisha and Chhattisgarh. These are the part where Prime Minister Narendra Modi consistently saying one thing, unless until there is a Purvodaya, Bharat cannot be developed. So Bengal is the epicenter of this Purvodaya movement. Bengal, Kolkata is the capital of this economic activities of this eastern part of India. Certainly, primary responsibility will be job, primary responsibility will be security of women, primary responsibility to restore the education ecosystem of Bengal, the glorious Bengal, Sonar Bangla. The primary responsibility will be how to safeguard the border, how to create a security system in our country. All these things we have promised during the election. Prime Minister himself visited many parts of the Bengal and assured people to look into, to take care of all these things. People of Bengal has reposed their faith on BJP and Prime Minister Modi. Now our primary responsibility is to fulfill all those things.
One last question. Veer Sanghvi has a question for you. Then we let you go, Minister. Yes, Veer.
Narendra ji, congratulations. I only should be appearing on this program to congratulate you every time. But
thank you, Vijay.
But sort of basic question. We've been hearing your colleagues, particularly your colleagues from Bengal, and they're all talking about Hindu consolidation and resentment of minority appeasement, etc., etc. It's inevitable that in the spirit of Hindu triumphalism, there will be a degree of insecurity among Bengal's Muslims. Do you have anything to say to them?
No. Vijay, you are a very skilled socio-political analysis of this country. Let me assure you, we are in charge of majority part of the country today. There are a lot of minority population in other part of country, UP, Bihar. We have successfully running government in Assam, where sizable of local Muslim community are there in Assam. They all are with Bharatiya Janata Party. We own Western Uttar Pradesh last time. Many of my colleagues were looking into the assembly election of Western Uttar Pradesh in 2022. This apprehension was there. I assure you, yes, certainly we are further, we are anti-infiltrator. We have made an issue of Ghuspetia. The way Mamata Banerjee has patronized this infiltrator, the Ghuspetia, there is a religious point out of that issue. But I am assuring, and Bharatiya Janata Party and my Prime Minister's philosophy, सबका साथ सबका विकास, सबके लिए प्रयास.
धर्मेंद्र जी, जाते जाते ये बता दीजिए, अब आपकी सरकार ओडिशा और बंगाल दोनों में है, तो रसगुल्ला किसका है? ओडिशा का या बंगाल का?
ओडिशा का है. जगन्नाथ की रसगुल्ला है, रसगुल्ला दोनों की है. आज रसगुल्ला खाने की टाइम है. आप क्यों झगड़ा लगा रहे हो? बंगाल की हमारा अंग बंग कलिंग एंटायर साइकिल इज कंप्लीट टुडे.
सबका साथ सबका रसगुल्ला. ये भी सबका रसगुल्ला.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate you taking out time and joining us. Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, one of the key architects of that victory. NDTV on a bit of a roll here, Shiv.
Absolutely. And Mamata Banerjee, in fact, has just put out a video, Rahul, that's the breaking news coming in right now. Her first reaction, and she's alleging slow counting or selective counting by the Election Commission. She's just put out a video message. Let's listen into that.
সবাইকে নমস্কার জানিয়ে বলছি, প্লিজ দয়া করে কেউ কাউন্টিং এজেন্টরা এবং প্রার্থী ক্যান্ডিডেটরা তারা ভোটিং এলাকা ছেড়ে আসবেন না. স্ট্রং রুমে যেখানে কাউন্টিং হচ্ছে, মানে সেন্টারে, সেখান ছেড়ে কেউ আসবেন না. এটা বিজেপির প্ল্যান. প্রথম 2-3 রাউন্ডে আমি কালকে থেকেই বলছি যে ওদেরগুলো আগে দেখাবে, আমাদেরগুলো পরে দেখাবে. এবং অনেক জায়গায় 2-3 রাউন্ড কাউন্টিং করার পরে প্রায় 100টা জায়গায় কাউন্টিং বন্ধ করে রেখে দিয়েছে. এবং কল্যাণীতে ধরা পড়েছে 7টা মেশিন, যেখানে কোনো মিল নেই. এটা টোটাল ফোর্সফুলি সেন্ট্রাল ফোর্সকে দিয়ে চারিদিকে তৃণমূল কংগ্রেসের উপর অত্যাচার করছে, অফিস ভাঙছে, জোর করে দখল করছে. এসআইআর এর নামে আপনারা দেখেছেন ভোট লুট করেছে যাতে যে সিটগুলো জিততে পারে.
So what she's saying is that no counting agent should leave the booths, because what they are doing is after 2-3 rounds they've deliberately stalled counting. They are deliberately doing it to give the BJP this lead in a national platform. So she is assuring her people not to leave the field at all, because Trinamool apparently very much in the race according to her. This is the central force, this is the election commission, this is all being orchestrated against her party. So it's a clear case of, it's a conspiracy theory. That's what she is saying. And she is urging everybody, like she has said the last few days, nobody is to leave feeling deflated or feeling negative.
when a similar kind of allegation came out from the Congress party during the Haryana election, the election commission was very quick to respond and clarify about the rate of counting.
Would that Jayamrukh be true? Is there any statistical chance of the Trinamool still bouncing back, or is she just trying to hold on to straws?
No, even if we go by the most conservative estimates, which is the election commission, for the last 3 years, the election commission is consistent that the BJP has a 3% lead over the Trinamool. They're consistent for the last 3 years. And now even the election commission has put the BJP on a 170 number, leads plus wins. So I don't think the trend is going to reverse.
It's now very difficult from here. But Veera Raghav, 106 for the TVK. It seems quite certain that Vijay will be the next Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu.
Yes, and I think it's time to call this election as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. Vijay is the winner, Stalin is the big loser, Edappadi is still confused on whether he's won or lost. He's somewhere in the middle, but I think this is clear. Vijay or whoever he chooses from as part of his TVK will be the Chief Minister, but he has declared that he is the Chief Ministerial face. His party has declared, so I'm presuming that it will be Vijay as Chief Minister, perhaps with the support of some smaller parties, whether he's going to take it as a coalition and give Tamil Nadu its first big coalition since 1952. Or is it going to be a single party government where he just has people who've tied up to him? Let's not forget, Rahul, that there are several former ADMK leaders, whether it is PH Pandian's son Manoj Pandian in the Alangulam seat, or whether it is O Paneerselvam in Bodi Nayakadu, who shifted to the DMK. I will not be surprised if some more people, if the number is very small, who decide to move out of the parties that they are in to gravitate towards Vijay for a longer term thing.
NDTV's branding is solidifying into Vijay Nayagan. We're taking his name and joining it with the second word of his thing. Nayagan is a famous Kamal Hassan film, so but obviously no comparisons whatsoever. Nayagan means hero. No comparisons with what Kamal Hassan has achieved in politics. This is a diametric opposite, so no connection.
No, but Shiv, we don't know when Jananayagan is going to release, but Vijay has released.
Some of us have seen it on WhatsApp in the leak. Shankar Iyer has been brave enough to admit it at least at this point of time. But I'm going to ask for our reporters to come back live with us because we want to see what's going on. Everybody wants to see what's happening at the TVK headquarters as well as in Vijay's residence in Nilangara in Chennai, which we had visited in January, because that's where the action is going to be shortly. There probably is going to be a larger celebration at some point of time, maybe a little later, because both those places, Veera, are very congested places. They can't have a big rally kind of thing there. Where would it be then?
It has to be at Marina Beach. That's the only place which can hold as many people. And I think it's going to be mass. But I want to ask you, Shiv, very, very quickly, given that you studied in Chennai, what do we tell the DMK? What do we tell all those DMK leaders who turned around after the exit poll and called us and said, you guys are wrong, who told us all through this campaign that you guys are only hyping up TVK, it's just a movie star party, it's never going to make it. The DMK made this mistake back in the 1970s when they declared MGR as just a movie star. It got routed out of power. They did the same thing this time.
And it's just the answer to, because when I wrote a profile on...
Why don't you answer it?
When I wrote about Vijay, the title of the piece on NDTV was Lights, Camera, Sarkar. They said, how come you are writing? I mean, you're a serious person, you're writing about such things and all. And so I said, it's a phenomena, you have to sort of observe phenomena.
And you know how much was the kind of pressure and pushback that came during the conclave.
Manoj Tiwari joins us. Can we just take him live for a couple of minutes as so many different things coming in? Manoj ji, you campaigned so much in West Bengal. Many congratulations on this big victory. जब आप आए थे हमारे स्टूडियो आपने बोला था कि जीतोगे और बहुत बड़ी जीत आप लोगों की दर्ज हुई है पश्चिम बंगाल में.
See, now AIDMK is sliding back from 75.
Manoj ji, Sir, we want to take you live. Can you hear me, Mr.
So we don't have that link with Manoj. I'm going to come to that in just a minute.
Okay, I'm joined at this moment live and exclusive by one of the key architects of the Congress's victory in Kerala, Vijay Satishan, the man who led the campaign for the Congress party, joining us on a day when he's delivered a historic victory for the Congress. Mr. Satishan, welcome, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have declared that we may get.
Let me try that again. There's a lot of chaos, but he's willing to come live. Let me try that again. VD Satishan led this massive campaign, did a big Padyatra, took on the mighty Pinari Vijayan, and has now managed to take the party to power. If you go by popularity sweepstakes, he's actually leading the charge, potentially, Veera, to be the next chief minister.
No, and categorical. He's a very, very...
Okay, he's there. Let's listen to him. Sir, congratulations. Fantastic victory. Very well done. Explain to us how you made it happen. Mr. Satishan, you're live on NDTV. Whatever you say is live. So tell us, how did you make this happen, sir?
I'm happy to say that we have predicted that we may get more than 100 seats. Now we got more than 100 seats.
Right.
Veera Raghav has a question for you.
Now we are closing 100 seats. Now we are closing 100 seats. Now it is 103.
Okay.
That was our prediction.
Veera Raghav.
Sir, how are you?
Hello.
How are you? Now, you remember you promised me that you will come to Kabini and do an interview with me. You like going to the forest? You said you'll come to Kabini.
Definitely.
Are you going to Delhi now or are you going to
Definitely.
Kabini? Are you going to Delhi now or are you going to Kabini?
Definitely, I want to visit Kabini again.
No.
As I said you earlier.
Will you be the Chief Minister of Kerala? Will you be?
That will be decided. That will be decided by the Congress High Command. There is a procedure. You know that there is a procedure. I am not the competent person to say anything about that. Now, we predicted more than 100 seats. We are now reaching more than 100 seats. We are very happy. There was an anti-incumbency against the government, and we said to the people that we have been criticizing the government for a long time. At the same time, we said that we have alternatives. Wherever the government failed, the UDF have alternatives. Now the people believed us that we have alternatives. In the fiscal situation, Kerala is vulnerable, health, education, everywhere, and the brain drain is happening. And we have made a detailed study. This may be the first opposition in the entire country. We have done a homework for the last 2 years. We have been doing this thing, and we have conducted many conclaves. We interacted with many experts across the world. Then now we have documents in each and every subject. Now we are going to implement. Definitely, our UDF government will implement what we promised to the people of Kerala.
Sir, you are being very modest. The fact is your Padyatra had a very big role to play. What's the lesson you think the Kerala Congress is sending to across the country? The way you're active on the ground, your Padyatra on the ground had a big role to play in this victory, Mr. Satishan.
Yes, I agree with you. We have very good organization set up. We have built up our organization setup, definitely, number one. And we have taken some positions. We have taken a pakka secular position. Nobody was ready to take such a position, secular position. Some of the groups declared their support to us, some extreme outfits. We said, no, we don't want your support. We don't want your support. We have taken secular stand, the people believed us. All the community, across the state, all the communities voted for us. Majority community as well as the minority community voted for UDF because Kerala is secular. This victory of the UDF, I am proud to say that this is a declaration of our state that to the entire country that our Kerala is secular.
Veer Sangvi, well-known journalist, Veer Sangvi has a question for you. Veer.
Please.
So everybody talked about anti-incumbency. Everybody talked about what a good job you'd done in preparing for this election. What people did say was that it wasn't clear that you would be the only people to take advantage of anti-incumbency. The BJP, as you know, has had a landslide in Assam, appears to have done very well in Bengal. People said that the BJP was now ready to make a huge mark in Kerala. That doesn't seem to have happened. Why do you think that's true?
The BJP was not a force in Kerala. I already stated that our Kerala is secular. We will never accept any communal forces. This is a declaration of our state to the entire country that our Kerala is secular. Not only the anti-incumbency. Anti-incumbency was a major component for our victory. Definitely I agree that. But at the same time, we have alternatives. The people believed us. We have made detailed studies, homework, many conclaves, many interactions, and we had definite programs to the public. So we won the election. The BJP doesn't have any say in Kerala. This is not like any other northern states or any other states. This is Kerala. Kerala is secular.
Shankar Iyer has a question for you. 1 second, sir. Shankar Iyer has a question for you. Shankar VD Satishan.
Please.
Namaskaram, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I was most impressed with all your conclaves and the idea engagement that you conducted. Now, if you were to give the Congress party president and the others one advice on how to win elections, what would it be?
I am not a eligible or competent person to advise Congress item and nothing.
But you agree they need advice?
But the problem is that Kerala is different. We have organizations set up everywhere. Organizations in every booth and every ward. Across the state, we have booth committees. When we started with that booth committees, the first work was to constitute the booth committees everywhere. Second work was to enroll the entire voters. Enroll the entire voters. Those who are voting for the Congress party or UDF. Third, the social engineering. Then we should have definite positioning, a secular plank. There is a secular plank. We have taken very strict secular positioning. And I think the fourth one is we should have definite plans to the entire state. I think the entire youths of Kerala voted for us, major percentage, maybe 70, more than 70% voted for us because of the hope. Because we have interacted with the youngsters. We have to interact with the entire sector of the people. Then there should be credibility. When we are saying something, the people should believe that we will implement that. The credibility factor in politics is also very important. And people believe us because we are credible.
Okay, Shiv Arur has a, I know you need to go. Shiv Arur has a quick question. Shiv.
Mr. Satishan, very, very warm congratulations to you on a well-deserved performance by your coalition in Kerala. My quick question to you, I know you dodged this question earlier. There is no shortage of talent in your party to be leader. Do you think the process of selection of Chief Minister is going to be a smooth process? The reason I ask this question, sir, is because as we've seen, there are no shortage of contenders in Kerala.
That should be very smooth. Because people are observing. The entire people of Kerala are observing what we are going to do. When we are, the believers has a fear about the God, we the people's representatives should have a fear about the people of Kerala. So we know that the people are observing what we are going to do. So it should be a smooth process.
So how will you
Definitely.
celebrate? How will you say? You're looking very, very serious through all this big victory, rare victory for your party. How will VD Satishan and the Kerala Congress celebrate?
We are celebrating with the people of Kerala. The people are celebrating. We are with them.
What is there for Sadhya today, sir? What are you eating today? What is there for lunch?
All our colleagues are distributing sweets.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
Definitely, we should have a sadhya. We should have a Kerala sadhya.
And you have to invite us for it as well. Please don't eat without us. We'll come and join you and have some lovely Kerala
Okay,
sadhya.
please, I
Thank you very
invite
much.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. VD Satishan, the man who arguably should be the next chief minister if you go by popularity ratings.
No, and also in terms of the fact that, but you never know with the Congress, but the fact is that he was the one who led the Padayatra. And I'll also tell you this, in the conclave when I asked him specifically this question, and today he was a little more muted in his answer, I asked him, is it okay for a party to go into an election without a chief minister? He said, I have my own personal views on it, but I'm not going to express that. The party high command has decided to go with one thing. He's very clear where he
have two star singers with us.
No, don't call them singers, Shiv. They'll be very upset. Very serious politicians.
But also singers, come on.
Rahul, just a quick
They're artists.
Can we quickly take Manoj Tiwari ji? He worked very hard on this campaign. Manoj ji, स्वागत है आपका. बहुत बड़ी जीत हुई पश्चिम बंगाल में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की. Is this like in some ways the last dream finally coming true in West Bengal, Manoj ji?
Yes. राहुल जी, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं कि पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता ने एक बहुत बड़ा मैंडेट दिया है. अभी आपके स्क्रीन पे मैं देख रहा हूं 190 प्लस का आंकड़ा बीजेपी की तरफ. और देखिए, मैं तो 36 विधानसभा में 43 इवेंट में गया हूं और उसके साथ साथ किसी के घर में खाना, किसी के साथ चाय पे चर्चा, कि कोई फ्लाइट में मिल गया. मुझे एक डायलॉग एक व्यक्ति का याद आता है. वो गुरुग्राम से जा रहे थे कोलकाता, फ्लाइट में मिले और 35-36 साल के युवा थे, नौकरी करते थे बाहर बहुत अच्छी. वो बोले, मेरे पापा ने बोला है, मेरे फादर ने बोला है कि बेटा वोट डाल के जरूर जाना. तो मैं सुना, मैंने ये नहीं पूछा किसको वोट डालने जा रहे हैं, बट उतरते समय उन्होंने कहा, मोदी को बोलो पश्चिम बंगाल को बचा ले. ये एक लाइन ना मेरे दिमाग में गूंज रही है और फिर मैं रिजल्ट देख रहा हूं. मैं ये पश्चिम बंगाल के 36 जगहों पे मैं कहीं 85 ईयर की एक बूढ़ी माता से मिला. वो जंगीपुर है मुर्शिदाबाद में. लोग जिस प्रकार से इस बार संदेश खाली, आरजी कर, इसका जवाब देने के लिए इकट्ठे थे, उनको सिर्फ एक ही चीज चाहिए थी, हमें वोट डालने की आजादी हो जाए.
ओके.
और आज जैसे ही एक गरीब को एक बहुत हल्ला गुल्ला नहीं करके चुपचाप वोट डालने वाले को ये जो मौका मिला ना, इसका ये परिणाम है.
Padmaja has a question for Maithili Thakur. Padmaja.
पार्टियां कुछ भी कहेंगी, लेकिन पश्चिम बंगाल के 90% घरों में चुनाव आयोग और उसके प्रति बड़ा धन्यवाद भाव है. सवाई बोलछे हमरा चुनाव आयोग के धन्यवाद जानाक्षी. तब मैं एक स्टार प्रचारक के साथ साथ में पुराना पश्चिम बंगाल की धरती से मेरा नाता है. मैं वहाँ नौकरी करता था. मैं सबको बताता था आमी ओखाने चाकरी करछिलाम, आमी राजस्थान माठे क्रिकेट खेलछिलाम. तब मैं इस रिजल्ट को बहुत बड़ा मानता हूँ. मैंने चुनाव में गीत गाया था कि माँ माटी मानुस पुकारे, मत बटना इस बार, এই বাড়ি পাল্টানো দরকার, और हो गई बीजेपी सरकार. मैं पूरे बंगाल के अलग अलग क्षेत्रों में गया हूं राहुल कंवल भाई साहब.
जी.
और मैंने जो अपनी आंखों से देखा है, लोगों ने ठान लिया था कि अब इलीगल बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठियों का राज नहीं चलने देंगे, अब पश्चिम बंगाल के माँ माटी मानुस का राज होगा. दीदी ने जो भ्रष्ट और क्रूरता का चरम पार कर गई, उसका जवाब पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता ने दिया है. मैं नरेंद्र मोदी
जो आपने बात कही है,
जो विश्वास उन्होंने कमाया है,
और खास तौर पे जिस तरीके से आपने बांग्ला भाषा में ही बात की है,
इसका अन्य हिस्सा
आपने बहुत एक्सटेंसिवली आपने
समझने के लिए बहुत देर तक समीक्षा करनी होगी.
बिल्कुल. और आप दिल्ली के सांसद हैं, उत्तर प्रदेश के मूल निवासी हैं. मैथिली ठाकुर,
आज आपको ये भी याद कराना चाहता हूं कि भारत के पश्चिमी घाट को मंडित करने वाले महासागर के किनारे खड़े होकर मैं ये भविष्यवाणी करने का साहस करता हूं कि अंधेरा छटेगा, सूरज निकलेगा, कमल खिलेगा. अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी को याद करना चाहता हूं। नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने उनकी बातों को अक्षरशः पूरा करने का संकल्प लिया, आज पूरा हो रहा है।
जी मनोज जी, क्योंकि आपने जो एक्सटेंसिवली कैंपेन किया है, क्योंकि एक जो एक धारणा थी, एंड वी आल्सो हैव मैथिली ठाकुर विद अस। आई थिंक मे बी परहैप्स मनोज तिवारी has lost the line, so he cannot hear us, but let us bring in Maithili Thakur also at this point, because remember in this entire campaign you had the whole narrative of how it is a question of a sort of an invasion of the outsider, the other, on the Bengali identity. But then you've got people like Manoj Tiwari, like Maithili Thakur, who are speaking in Bangla, who are campaigning in Bangla. There are large pockets, and in Havra, in Hooghly, in fact even in Kolkata, which have Hindi speakers, who this time have flipped from the TMC towards the BJP. मैथिली ठीक है, आप काफी आपको प्रचार करना पड़ा, जगह जगह जाके हर सभा में जहां आपको देख रहे थे, रविंद्र संगीत तो आपको हमेशा बोल रहे थे कि मैथिली दीदी सुनाइए, पहले बिहार अब बंगाल।
Of course, today I have joined as a politician, not as a singer, but definitely जो मैंने वहाँ पे एक गीत बहुत सुना और गा करके सुनाया लोगों को, तो वो मैं आपको 2 लाइन सुनाऊंगी, और it really touched me. लोगों के साथ बहुत ज्यादा रेजोनेट कर पा रही थी मैं जब ये गीत सुना रही थी। क्यों को था ना कोई ओरे ओ भागा, क्यों को था ना कोई, তবে সবাই থাকে মুখ ফিরায়, সবাই করে ভয়, তবে সবাই থাকে মুখ ফিরায়, সবাই করে ভয়, তবে পরাণ খুলে তুই মুখ ফুটে তোর মনের কথা একলা বলো রে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে।
Absolutely beautiful, Maithili. We are all watching how the result in Bengal, where you campaigned so much, is unfolding right now. And thank you for that beautiful song. Are you surprised, as a young woman, as you traveled through Bengal, are you surprised by the scale of this result as it stands right now? You spoke to women, you interacted with the people of Bengal. Are you surprised by what you're seeing?
ऑफ कोर्स हमने जितनी उम्मीद की थी उससे बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा रिजल्ट मिल रहा है, और कहीं ना कहीं मैं जहां जहां मुझे याद भी नहीं है मैं कहां कहां गई हूँ चुनाव प्रचार के लिए, इतने सारे जगह हम लोग गए, 35 से 40 जगह में जब गई, तो मुझे हर जगह जाके लग रहा था कि नहीं, यहाँ के लोग ऑलरेडी मन बना चुके हैं, इनको ज्यादा मुझे कन्विंस करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ रही है। तो देयर इज समथिंग। और जब मैं उधर कैंपेन करने से पहले का मैंने माहौल देखा था, मैं कहीं भी जाते हैं तो उस जगह के बारे में हम स्टडी करते हैं कि वहां पे अभी कैंपेन किस तरीके से कर रहे हैं, जो वहां के सत्ताधारी हैं वो क्या बातें बोल रहे हैं। तो मैंने 100 MP जो वहां पे बहुत पॉपुलर है और बहुत ज्यादा अच्छे से प्रचार करी है, तो कहीं ना कहीं कल्चरल आइडेंटिटी क्राइसिस मुझे लगता है आज नहीं तो कल बंगाल में फेस करना पड़ता लोगों को, और वहां के लोग इतने अवेयर हैं कि उन्हें मालूम है भारत में हैं आप तो भारत के ही विरोध के चीजें आप कर रहे हैं, बहुत ही ज्यादा एडवांसमेंट के चक्कर में आप दूसरी जो इस्लामिक जो वैल्यूज है उसको प्रमोट कर रहे हैं आप स्टेज पे आकर के। तो कहीं ना कहीं लोग बहुत इतने बुद्धू नहीं है, लोग जानते हैं कि किस तरीके से अब
इस कैंपेन में जैसे आपने देखा होगा कि the Trinamool projected the BJP as incapable of understanding Bengali culture. They said that the BJP are outsiders, they are from the Hindi heartland. You're a representative as well now from the BJP, from the Hindi heartland. What do you say to the Trinamool? Because they said that the BJP is incapable of culturally understanding Bengal.
Of course, I was asked a question there. एक वहाँ की रिपोर्टर ने पूछा कि यहाँ पे दीदी बोल रही है कि बीजेपी आ जाएंगे तो यहाँ पे मछली बंद हो जाएगा। तो मुझे हिट किया कि अच्छा इस तरीके की भी बातें बोली जा रही हैं लोगों को बहलाने के लिए। खुद मैं कंठी पहनती हूँ, तुलसी पहनती हूँ, मैं तो नहीं खाती, लेकिन मैंने कहा कि मिथिला में तो माछ खाना ट्रेडिशन ही है, और ये सारी बातें अगर यूज कर रहे हैं तो मतलब स्वे वोटर्स, तो ये बहुत अलग ही लेवल का उधर चल रहा था, हर एक छोटी छोटी बात पे राजनीति हो रही थी। तो लोग ऑलरेडी अवेयर हैं, लोग जान रहे हैं, वो लोग देख रहे हैं कि जो बीजेपी गवर्न स्टेट है वो कितना डेवलप किया, और वही डेवलपमेंट उनको बंगाल में चाहिए। तो कहीं ना कहीं यूथ खास करके और महिलाएं, इन्होंने बहुत मेजर रोल इस बार निभाया है।
You know, we see these firecrackers going off outside the BJP office in Kolkata and Salt Lake. But Maithili, you know, since you spoke of the youth and women, specifically, I will request you to sing. You also referred to Sharni Ghosh, I think the speeches that she gave from stage without
yes.
naming her. So, when I had spoken to you earlier, you had said that in this place, from Bihar to Bengal, there are cultural similarities, and you had Ram Dhun to sing in response. For everyone watching you today, even as we see the results pouring in, would you like to sing a few of those lines? Because I think that is something everyone who watched you on our channel really connected with.
और जो माहौल मैं देख रही हूँ आपकी टीवी स्क्रीन पर, मैं उसी को ध्यान में रखते हुए सुना रही हूँ। राम आएंगे तो अंगना सजाऊंगी, दिया जला के दिवाली मैं मनाऊंगी, मेरे जन्मों के पाप सब मिट जाएंगे, राम आएंगे, मेरी झोपड़ी के भाग आज खुल जाएंगे, राम आएंगे। धन्यवाद।
Manogya has a question for you. Manogya.
I wanted to ask you that you've been to Bengal during this campaign. What is the major difference that you see between Bihar and Bengal? And also, what is your message to Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee today?
Difference in what aspect?
Any aspect, cultural or anything, because माछेर झोल की बात होती है ना, मछली तो दोनों राज्यों में खाते हैं।
जी जी जी। हाँ, तो ये सिमिलैरिटी हमको देखने को मिला कि मिथिला और बंगाल की जो धरती है वो एक दूसरे में बहन बहन वाली धरती है, क्योंकि हमारे मिथिला और या बिहार के जितने भी लोग, जब यहाँ पे कोई ऐसी परिस्थिति आती थी, बाढ़ आता था या फिर सूखा या फिर कोई भी ऐसा नेचुरल प्रॉब्लम होती थी, तो यहाँ के लोग जाते थे बंगाल, वहां पे रोजी रोटी कमाते थे, फिर वापस बिहार को लौटते थे। तो ये कहीं ना कहीं हिस्ट्री रही है मिथिला, बिहार और बंगाल के बीच में। और बहुत सारी सिमिलैरिटी है, भाषा में भी देखेंगे, लिपि भी लगभग आप देखेंगे जो मिथिलाक्षर और बांग्ला।
बहिरागत कहा जाता है, जब बाहर से लोग आते हैं कैंपेन करने तो उन्हें बहिरागत तो कहा जाता था, बाहरी।
ये बहुत सुना है मैंने।
तो वो बोलने से, अभी पॉलिटिक्स में आकर के मैं खुद इतनी मजबूत हो गई हूँ कि सामने वाला हर बात बोले, जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको अफेक्ट करे। तो बाहरी बोलने से क्या हो, जब आप भारत के लोगों को ही बाहरी बोल रहे हो लेकिन उन घुसपैठियों को बचा रहे हो, तो ये बहुत ही बड़ा हिपोक्रेटिक मामला मुझे दिखता है कि आप खुद भारत के ही लोगों को बाहरी बोल रहे हैं। जब भारत के बाहर के लोग आ रहे हैं, आप उनको वोट बैंक के रूप में आप यूज कर रहे हो। दैट इज वेरी contradictory for me.
मुख्यमंत्री को क्या संदेश?
Thank you very much for speaking to NDTV. Congratulations once again on the role that you have played in this entire campaign. While we get our next big guest here on our coverage, I want to break some images coming in from outside the TVK headquarters. Vijay's residence where Trisha, his partner, has just arrived. These pictures are going viral right now. These are pictures of Trisha outside Vijay's residence.
Okay, starting.
Okay.
Okay, I want to go across now to one of the key architects of the Congress's victory in Kerala, Ramesh Chennithala. He's led the Congress party on the ground. He joins us now live and exclusive on NDTV. Mr. Chennithala, welcome. Many congratulations on a hard-fought victory.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We met in, we went to Thiruvananthapuram when the Kerala power play was happening. You sounded confident then. Are the numbers in keeping with your expectations, or have you won bigger than you thought you might in Kerala?
The people of Kerala has given us a befitting reply to the misrule of CPM of the last 10 years. Now, United Democratic Front, UDF, led by Congress Party, is winning more than 100 seats. This is a historic victory for the Congress and the UDF. I feel that the people of Kerala understood the real politics of CPM and left the Democratic Front. So we are very happy today and we are thankful to the people of Kerala. And under the leadership of Sri Rahul Gandhi, I was the chairman of the campaign committee. Under his leadership, we had prepared everything properly, and the campaign was very good. And the organizational weakness were removed, and we all worked together. That is why every Congress worker, every UDF worker
We are unitedly fighting for this victory.
So my colleague Veera Raghav has a question for you. Veera.
Sir, how are you? You know, I want to ask you this question in a very delicate way. Who deserves the most to be the Chief Minister of Kerala? Is it the leader of opposition or the chief of the campaign committee?
Yeah, tell me. Tell me, hello.
Who deserves to be the Chief Minister of Kerala? The leader of opposition or the chairman of the campaign committee?
Please.
Who do you think deserves to be the Chief Minister of Kerala? The leader of opposition or the chairman of the campaign committee?
He doesn't want to answer that question. Sir, what kind of a government should Kerala expect? Try and answer that question. Can you hear me, Mr. Chennithala? If you hear me, I don't think he can hear us just then. Okay, we'll try this again. Veera, you boiled a googly boss. Ask him some simpler question. Vijay's father is speaking. Vijay's father, yes.
I want to go back to those pictures very quickly which we were showing our viewers because Vijay's father is speaking.
That attitude. First of all, for a leader, that boldness, no alliance. I will stand with my own legs. Was stubborn in this. So, it's a good thing for Tamil Nadu and Tamil peoples. Definitely, I think is a historical success. Historical victory for Vijay.
We saw your celebration along with your family members. Madam was also joining you in the celebration, sir. It's a big day for your family. Your family is now seeing Mr. Vijay as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Have you ever been discussed when Mr. Vijay was in his childhood days? Have you ever dreamt of your son will be the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu?
But I will motivate it, always be motivated, because as a human you should not be as a only artist. You must have some social thinking. So last 30 years was having in his mind, we have to do something for the society, for the Tamil people. It was there in his mind last. Slowly he has developed these things. Today he is going to be the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu.
So a lot of fans of Vijay are now weeping. They are crying that Vijay Thalapathy will be the Chief Minister. He will be swearing in as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. He will be representing 7.5 crore Tamil people. So how do you see it? I can see your eyes with emotions now.
No, Tamil people,
they
love
emotional, sir?
Automatically, of course. As a father, I should have. Tamil people loved him, not only a leader, not only as a leader. Every ladies considering him as his own son. Young people, own brother, like own brother. Not like here, everybody is calling youth Anna. Anna means brother. Everybody is calling.
Brother, yes.
Elder brother or younger brother. Old ladies, they are considering as his own son. Some 60 years old ladies, they are considering as a grandson. He has developed that relationship between the public and me.
You are also a great artist. On this very day, if I talk to you, then if I spare you without asking you for a line in Tamil on this very huge success, how do you address in Tamil and a short line because it's an artistic family, sir.
Of course, I'm not.
Like to address, sir.
I'm not an actor. I'm a director.
Definitely, sir.
I'm a director. I have directed more than 70 films.
You have also launched your son, Mr. Vijay Tamilaga.
Yeah. That is my duty. I have done. He wanted to be an artist. I have done. That is my duty. But he has come up with his own talent and own what means trial, hard work, sincerity, discipline. Here in the Tamil industry, no directors and no producers will say any wrong things about Vijay. They will appreciate everybody, all directors, all producers. They will appreciate Vijay. His punctuality, his discipline. I'm proud, sir. I'm proud.
One line in Tamil also for the Tamil people, sir. Because we have Tamil audience, they want to listen from you, sir. In Tamil, on this very huge success of Tamilaga, Vettri, Kazhagam and your son, Mr. Vijay Talapati.
தமிழக மக்களுக்கு என்னுடைய வணக்கம், என்னுடைய நன்றி. நீங்க ஒரு பெரிய நம்பிக்கையில் விஜய் உங்கள் தளபதியாக உங்கள் தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு சீஃப் மினிஸ்டராக தேர்ந்தெடுத்திருக்கிறீர்கள். நிச்சயமாக உங்கள் நம்பிக்கையை அவர் நிறைவேற்றுவார். அவருக்கு நிறைய கனவுகள் இருக்கு. அந்த கனவுகளை கண்டிப்பாக அவர் நிறைவேற்றுவார். உங்களுக்கு அனைவருக்கும், தாய்மார்களுக்கெல்லாம் உங்கள் பாதம் தொட்டு நன்றி நான் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். தோழர்களுக்கும் நண்பர்களுக்கும் என் பிள்ளைகளுக்கும் அத்தனை பேர் அவர்களுக்கெல்லாம் என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி.
What change you are expecting on the very first day when Mr. Vijay will be taking oath as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu in Tamil, sir?
Okay, sir.
Vijay Gopalan, NDTV's correspondent in Chennai, is at the TVK office. Vijay, we've just heard from the father of Vijay, but nobody has seen Vijay. We've seen Trisha, we've seen mother, we've seen father, we've seen relatives. Where is Vijay? When are we going to see him?
Sure, as we speak, Vijay is at residence only. I think today, post-afternoon, once they get clear picture of results, Vijay might visit party office. Remember, just few days back only, Vijay held meeting with all candidates where he had said that by evening, he requested all candidates to visit party office once they got...
Vijay, stay with us.
Stay with us just for a moment. We're joined live and exclusive at this time on NDTV by a very special man. And can I ask all the NDTV pundits and anchors to pull out their whistles? Can you pull out their whistles? Because this indeed is whistle time. And it is whistle. And I want to make very clear, we're not celebrating any of the politicians who won. We're celebrating Pradeep Gupta, who got it right. So much was said about exit polls being bumkum, all fakery, this, that. The one man who said that TVK will do well in Tamil Nadu to the extent that they can win. We want to go across live and exclusive to the Access My India office in Mumbai. Joining us from there is Pradeep Gupta. I want to call Veera, Shiv, Padmaja here. We'll have him queued up at the back. There he is. They're all dressed up in their Access My India clothes, which is fine too. Gupta ji, ये तो आप तो मतलब धुरंधर style की entry हो रही है. Can he hear me or can't he hear me? That's the big question. Pradeep ji, can you hear us or not? धुरंधर style entry हो रही है आपकी. I don't know, but the problem is, can he hear me or not? That's the bigger question. Pradeep Gupta, can he hear us? He's got a full cake and stuff lined up, which is pretty interesting, and he actually deserves it. This was a tough one. We needs to cut out on a little. You know,
his neck out on this one.
No, but can he hear us or not? We sung we till we get him right. Till we get him, they're all celebrating. Okay, there he is. Pradeep ji, आवाज आ रही है कि नहीं?
आ जाओ इसको बाहर निकालो।
अरे they're celebrating and with good reason. This was an outlier poll. Let's just listen in live images from the Access My India offices right here on NDTV. A big celebration and with good reason. Access My India, exit poll 27. Hey, he's dancing. The cameraman should show the dance. Oh no! No, we'll get it again. Okay, we'll hopefully get him live. That's most important. Yeah, there'll be plenty.
That is not the step that he should be doing today. You know, we should send a tutorial video for him for the Talapati Kacheri song. That's the step he should be doing today.
If we get him live, Veera, you're going to
teach him how to do that.
प्रदीप जी आवाज आ रही है कि नहीं? वो अपने में ही लगे हुए यार, आवाज ही नहीं आ रही उनको। प्रदीप जी आवाज आ रही है कि नहीं? प्रदीप जी, can you hear me?
अच्छा
प्रदीप जी आवाज आ रही है कि नहीं?
हाँ कम आ रही है राहुल।
हाँ, इतना जोर से म्यूजिक अपने ही ऑफिस में सुनोगे तो हमारी आवाज कहाँ से आएगी? First and foremost, you know, we have these whistles out for you, and the whistles are for the fact that you got the poll right, which is quite fantastic. Well done. You know, these whistles are ringing loud. You don't have a whistle?
You don't have there's one right there.
Science victory. This is the science, the data science, and second is Access My India team working in ground and working in back office here in Bombay. This is the victory of science, data science. You would see that why the other polling agency could not predict or could not capture the mood on the ground, because we at Access My India, we go to all the seats all the time. If you see all our 4 states, all of them this time on the exact poll. That is what Access My India is known for. Once again we are able to predict exact poll in these 4 states where we have predicted. Once again the good and the hard work of the Access My India team in all 4 states where we have done. And we all know that we haven't predicted the Bengal.
Pradeep ji, first of all, congratulations. It's great to see your young team for once, along with all of you, all your team members who did all the hard work are there. If you can hear me, you know, the day after you came out with your exit poll, we grilled you again, asking you if you are confident about your projections on Vijay, and you said you are even more confident. So you must be very happy for sticking your neck out.
No problem. 100%. I hope you enjoy that.
Yes, from here across the country, nobody was believing this. They said all fluke kind of a thing. All the political pundits, observers, other polling agencies, they were laughing at Access My India when we predicted Tamil Nadu, and that too Vijay victory in this fashion.
Yes, that's right, Pradeep ji. I just want to ask you, you know, as one of those who was skeptical of your poll, as one of those who questioned you about the poll, you underestimated the DMK. You got the TVK right, but the DMK has gone well below what you had estimated.
No, DMK also, let me tell you, the DMK alliance, the vote share as of now is 32%, and we predicted 35% for the TVK, which is the same 35% at this point of time, and we predicted AIDMK alliance about 23%. They are at 27%. Still there are margins where the AIDMK is leading in a very thin margin. The more number of seats AIDMK is leading with double digit and 3 digits as compared to DMK Alliance and the TVK. I am pretty sure that DMK will again be the party number 2 and party number 3 will be DMK. This is what we have predicted. And if you see the...
Pradeep ji, do you think that this is essentially a young generation? Would you classify this as a young generation, next or rather a next gen vote where there is a generational change in the way that Tamil Nadu has voted, and it has voted above the traditional binaries, the traditional tropes we had seen so far working in Tamil Nadu?
Oh, absolutely. If you see our poll prediction, we have predicted in the age group of 18 year of age to 39 year of age, where the 42% of which contributes 42% of the voting universe in Tamil Nadu, that is where Vijay as a TVK were scoring very high, more than 50% all put together in this age group, and he was scoring fairly good among the 40 plus age group, which is around 25 to 30%, and this vote got consolidated, clubbed with the female vote. There also we predicted the TVK vote share is way higher than the second best, which is the DMK in terms of vote share among the female, and in our poll among the male member it was at par with DMK.
सर ये केक का आप वेट कर रहे हो, केक काट लो, सब आपकी वेट कर रहे हैं कि भाई केक कब कटेगा. आई थिंक एक्सिस माय इंडिया एंड प्रदीप गुप्ता रियली डिजर्व अ केक एंड इट्स
म्यूजिक चला दीजिए. आ जाओ मुकेश.
और सर आपका वर्ल्ड फेमस इन इंडिया डांस हमने मिस कर दिया था.
नहीं, वो डांस मिस नहीं हुआ था, ऑन एयर हुआ था, हमारे यहाँ पे ये कटा हुआ था, लेकिन एक बार आपका वो डांस भी बनता है. And imagine people were laughing polling as being bogus, etc. The fact that they've got this right is very, very incredible. This can't be a fluke. You can get some. This is what my core belief has been for a very long time. You can get some polls wrong, but you can't get this kind of a result unless you've done real polls. Okay, let them celebrate. Let them celebrate. Let's cut to them.
Look. मैं इधर आता हूँ. ये लेना, डांस ले लो.
हाँ. No, but Pradeep ji, that's not going to work. Veera has the move. Veera, please. Pradeep, wait. You have to do the Vijay. This is the victory of Vijay. You can't do some non-Vijay move, Pradeep.
I wish I was not in a dhoti.
प्रदीप जी आवाज आ रही है कि नहीं? प्रदीप जी, can you hear us? There's a lot of noise at the back. Oh, give us a moment. We said that right.
Also right about the big VIPs trailing in Chennai.
He
went out on a limb.
And the fact that Assam has gone the BJP's way.
The best part about it is honestly this, right? I also messaged Pradeep. He said it's a surprise verdict. It's going to be excitement all day long. At the end, after it was released, there were multiple people calling and asking me multiple questions about his caste data, etc. So, I think the beauty is that he had data. He believed that Vijay was going to win, but it takes a lot of guts because every one of us who travelled heard Vijay everywhere. But a lot of us felt, okay, no, it may not. Why risk this possible? So I think the fact that he risked it out. And
so we want to go across live to one of the key campaigners of the BJP in West Bengal and elsewhere. Smriti Irani now joins us, senior BJP leader. Understands Bengali really well, we saw her campaign, she was out and about. Smriti ji, welcome. We were whistling for Vijay in Tamil Nadu, but I think the key thing is, in the larger national political context, 190 wins and leads for the BJP, saffron blooming in a state where people thought for long the BJP could never win. Many congratulations.
No.
Well, the congratulations is due to my leadership that stayed composed irrespective of the violence which was brought upon BJP Karyakartas. The congratulations is genuinely due to Karyakartas who really worked hard. But also this is a very poignant moment, Rahul, for us to pay homage to the BJP Karyakartas that died due to post-poll violence. Many female victims of violence, especially those who were raped, molested, publicly stripped because they had the political conviction to sit and work for the BJP at the booth level, at the block level, in especially rural parts of Bengal. Today is also a moment to give thanks to that quintessential Bengali that looked upon Modi as the harbinger of good governance. It is very easy to speak of this, Rahul, in safe confines of one's home or one's studio. But it is extremely difficult when you have gundas sprawled all over who are threatening you with death, who are threatening you with rape of family female members. So today is genuinely a day to give thanks to that Bengali voter, that irrespective of threats, irrespective of display of violence and a history of violence that was instrumentalized by the TMC as a weapon of state, it is a day to give thanks to them.
My colleague Manogya Loiwal has a question for you. Manogya.
Yes. When you went to Bengal, you were termed as a Bohiragato and you replied in Bangla. আজকে আপনাকে জিজ্ঞেস করছি কে জিতেছে বহিরাগত না বাঙালি?
ইন্ডিয়ান জিতেছে। আই থিঙ্ক কি উনি চাইছিলেন কি আমরা মাছ মাংস আর ঝালমুড়ি পলিটিক্স করব, কিন্তু পশ্চিমবাংলায় প্রশ্নটা ছিল কি 10,50,000 কোটি টাকা দিল্লি থেকে 2014 থেকে 2026 অব্দি ডেভেলপমেন্টের জন্য পশ্চিমবাংলার উন্নয়নের জন্য মোদী সরকারটা প্রেজেন্ট করেছিল, অ্যাভেলেবল করেছিল ইন্ডিয়ান ট্রেজারি থেকে। ওই টাকাটা কোথায় গেল? আমরা চাইছিলাম কি এই গম্ভীর গভর্নেন্সের প্রশ্নের উপরে আলোচনা হোক, কিন্তু মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় এই আলোচনা না করে মোদী মাছ খাবে কিনা, নৌকা বিহার করছে কিনা, ঝালমুড়ি খাচ্ছে কিনা, এই সব প্রশ্নটা করছিলেন। তো তাই আজকে নিশ্চিত পশ্চিমবাংলার ওই ভোটার যে ডিসুয়েড হতে পারলো না, যে ফোকাসটা রাখলো গভর্নেন্সের ইস্যুজের উপরে, আজকে ওদের ডে। Today is that voters day.
How big is this victory for you today?
Personally, ideologically, it is a great victory for any BJP Karyakarta across the country, particularly because we have seen the manifestation of the left in West Bengal, particularly because we have seen the violence that was begotten to our Karyakartas, our supporters, and under that shadow of literal death, for the Karyakartas to hold strong, for the voter to hold steady, for the support ecosystem to be consistent, that I think is, and I've had I can't even call it a privilege, but I've had I can't even call it good fortune. I went to many ramparts of rural Bengal post the last assembly election. I looked into the eyes of the victims of violence. I met with women who were raped and told कि आज रात को हमारे फला नेता के घर जाओ, तृणमूल के गुंडों ने कहा है वरना तुम्हें गांव में घुसने नहीं देंगे।
Boria Majumdar has a question for you. Boria.
If you've looked at victims of rape and violence,
have been sort of exchanging messages for the last 2 weeks on this, whether or not it will be a decisive mandate, and that's what we agreed on, that are the winds of change strong enough? Now that this has happened, I think the responsibility is huge because Bengal, each one of us have kind of moved on from Bengal. Some of us have gone back with the perception that, are we doing the right thing? Can you reassure each one of us, Bengalis, that now, at least for the next 5 years, there will be change, constructive change, people will have opportunity, whether it's jobs, whether it's safety, whether it's anti-corruption, in every sphere. We've exchanged messages on sport, but that's for a different
Mr. Majumdar, it is fascinating that you've never asked this guarantee of any other politician but a BJP politician. It is fascinating that we did not find voice of discontent shrieking through every news studio when women and men were being killed just for holding the BJP flag. I think more than anything else, it is the people of West Bengal today who have responded as to whether the BJP can be depended upon to deliver on issues of good governance. And if it anything else, it is the BJP's track record that has been evidenced under Prime Minister Modi's leadership, which today the Bengali voter is guaranteeing. that this is the man, this is the institution that will be the harbinger of change. I think the question before yours was how different and how difficult a day this is for us. Imagine that to be called Boiragoto for a political organization that has had one of its stalwarts emanating from the state of West Bengal, to have a leadership that was composed when people who support the party were getting killed. So if you want assurances, Mr. Mojumdar, it is Prime Minister Modi who created Jan Dhan Yojana so that the money from the Indian Treasury can flow directly to the bank accounts of those who need it the most. And it is that promise of DBT, it is that promise of good governance that people have believed in, and that is what has delivered a historic, I think, mandate today.
Smriti Irani, I was reading some of the comments once the trend started coming in, and one prominent commentator said, and this is how the dominoes fall. Another state has fallen victim to the rampaging communal machine of the BJP. This is the end of West Bengal, the place which was a melting pot of all cultures as we knew it. How would you respond?
Padmaja, you cannot say raping of women is a part of anybody's culture. You cannot say that cut money is a part of anybody's culture. You cannot say support for illegal immigrants is anybody's culture. You cannot say heckling a rape victim's mother on the streets of Kolkata is anybody's culture. You cannot say women are raped, the Chief Minister of the state says why should women get out of their houses to begin with, is not anybody's culture. So these people who have these lofty opinions about culture need to answer as to why they held their peace and why did they stay silent when people were being slaughtered only because they had a public and political opinion? Why did they keep quiet when in Falta you saw people coming out in hordes saying that they are being literally threatened with the rape of female members of their family? Where were these so-called people who today are opining online? It is their death knell which the Bengali voters has assured. When did these people speak up? When judicial officers were being held hostage in Malda. When did they speak up? When the money for flood victims was being usurped by TMC Gundas. So instead of responding to their vile commentary, I think it is best that we focus on the Bengali voter today that has voted in the paksh of good governance. My compliments, Rahul, in your presence. I would like to compliment the effort that even Padmaja undertook. As a female professional, I think it is extremely joyful to see somebody who is so succinct and so hardworking, and especially traverses the entire landscape.
Wow. Claps for Padmaja. Well done. That's amazing.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Shiva, Padmaja, blushing now from one ear to the other, which is fine too.
No, I have to say on a small note though, it was, Bengal was some place where 5 years ago it saw widespread political violence, and in the last 5 years also it has seen the kind of violence, especially last year when the Murshidabad riots happened. So I think those people deserved a voice.
Shiv has a question.
I think you had Bhaipo threatening the Home Minister of India. That was a parakashtha of violent arrogance. That the Home Minister of India gets threatened, that the President of India gets heckled and is accorded disrespect, that judicial officers are held hostage, that paramilitary forces are heckled and they try to humiliate Election Commission of India. So it's not only the voter of Bengal that was humiliated and violence was wreaked upon them. Institution after institution was being eroded. The state government, TMC, used violence as a political weapon and institutionalized it.
Shiv Arora has a quick final question before we let you go, ma'am.
So, Smriti ji, congratulations. You've played a part in Bengal as well, and your party has performed incredibly well according to these numbers. The Trinamool has always been very contemptuous and dismissive of the BJP when it comes to the Mahila vote, to the women's vote. They've projected themselves as the custodians and the arbiters of the women's vote in Bengal. We saw you campaigning, ma'am, for the RG Kaur victim's mother as well. That was a telling moment. Do you believe that incident in some ways was a tipping point as far as how the Trinamool or the authorities in the state were perceived?
I think that was not the only incidents. I went to places like Uluberia, like Para, Purulia, where you had people know every nuance of what had happened to every rape victim, every victim of violence. where people in villages spoke about how you could not do padai, as they say in Bengali, padai apni Jai Shri Ram bolte parchen na. If you say Jai Shri Ram, you will be bullied, you will be heckled, or you will be beaten. That was the reality of Bengal that the voters were dealing with.
Okay.
Yes, what happened to the RG Kar victim and her mother post she became a BJP candidate. Also, can you imagine? One could never imagine this conversation in Uluberia. Anybody who understands the political landscape of Uluberia and West Bengal knows that those are very different political spaces for anybody from the BJP to contest. There people spoke about the havoc that was created by the TMC. What happened also on how the Trinamool Congress stood shoulder to shoulder with illegal immigrants. That too became a flashpoint, a talking point amongst people. So law and order was a huge issue, but the cut money that people in villages saw for Pradhan Mantri Awas, for issues of not only Pradhan Mantri Awas, but also issues of Manrega, 25 lakh fake job cards.
Smriti ji,
this reality did not escape any voter in Bengal.
You know, we also, outside of this magnificent victory for the BJP in West Bengal, we're also joined live at this time by Pradeep Gupta from Mumbai, and I'm wondering what you want to tell Pradeep, who's pulled off a magnificent poll in a state where he thought he was smoking pot. He's been able to win the exit poll battle by getting TVK right, which is a very, very difficult one to do. First, let Smriti speak to Pradeep Gupta and then I'll ask him the rest of the questions. Smriti ji.
I have nothing to say to any political analyst. I think my work as a Karyakarta is to keep focus on my leadership and what my political ideology can deliver on the ground. It is for psephologists to opine. It is for people like us to keep focus on issues on hand. One cannot say psephology is an exact science. As Pradeep ji has said, many were so threatened that they did not want to publicly voice their opinions. Many are today coming across to your cameras, to your journalists, to speak about what they underwent. So it would be unfair for me to give my opinion to a psephologist of repute, and especially since psephology is not an art that I practice.
Okay, we leave it there, Smriti ji. Thank you for joining us and many congratulations on the BJP's victory in West Bengal. I want to go across to Pradeep Gupta. He joins us now. Pradeep ji, आप पहले इतना अपना ही सेलिब्रेट कर रहे थे कि आप तक ऑडियो ही नहीं पहुंच रहा था. हमारे यहाँ पे सारे जो स्टूडियो में लोग अपने वो विसल्स के साथ तैयार थे, वो सोच रहे थे कि given how much of a bad name pollsters have got, or people question, can we have the whistles out please? I think he deserves this, Veera, Shiv, because there's so much, as if these numbers are being conjured out of thin air. It's not. To get TVK right in a state like Tamil Nadu really proves that there's effort on the ground. You may sometimes get it wrong, but there is effort on the ground.
This was getting it right. Getting this one right was extraordinary, primarily because of this. That it's an untested force. It's a new one. He's got to go by his data, and he went by seat by seat. It's not just this, Rahul. Let me add. He got this right as well. He said Chennai, there is a sweep. Even the top big guns of the DMK are failing.
Whistles out. We whistle for him once, and then we ask him all kinds of questions. Okay, 1, 2. This is for you, Pradeep Gupta, and for getting TVK right in Tamil. This is not for any politician, for anybody says we are.
I know.
Yeah. This is just for Pradeep Gupta and getting it right and doing. Okay, 1, 2, here. प्रदीप जी, आपके लिए सीटी बज रही है स्टूडियो में. छा गए आप तो.
स्टूडियो में छा क्या गए राहुल. वापस मैं कहूंगा कि ये जो जीत है एक्सेस माई इंडिया की टीम ग्राउंड में, पीछे बैक ऑफिस में, और सबसे बड़ी बात है साइंस की जीत है. मैं वापस कहूंगा, बार बार कहूंगा कि साइंस की जीत है. कि आप ये देखिए चारों के चारों स्टेट में एक्सेस माई इंडिया का प्रेडिक्शन बिल्कुल स्पॉट ऑन है. स्पॉट ऑन.
बंगाल में तो प्रेडिक्शन किया,
चाहे वोट शेयर हो, चाहे सीट शेयर हो, सारी की सारी चीजें चारों स्टेट में मैचिंग है. और रह गई बात तमिलनाडु की, तो तमिलनाडु में आपने देखा कि सारी पोलिंग एजेंसीज, एक्सपर्ट्स, पॉलिटिकल पंडित्स और सबने, किसी ने ये कहा नहीं था कि टीवीके को 10 से भी ज्यादा सीटें आ जाएंगी. 10 सीटें भी देना टीवीके को कोई देने के लिए तैयार नहीं था. और 10% से 15% वोट शेयर सब लोग कह रहे थे. हमने 35% वोट कहा था टीवीके को. बिल्कुल 35% ही वोट आ रहा है. हमारा मिड रेंज हमारा मिड रेंज जो था, मिड रेंज टीवीके के लिए 109 सीटों का था, आप देखिए 109 सीटें ही मिल रही है, 98 से 120। दूसरी जो बात है कि डीएमके अलायंस को हमने कहा था 2 नंबर पे, वो बिल्कुल 2 नंबर पे ही 32% वोट शेयर के साथ है। सीटों में 1-2 सीट से आगे पीछे एआईडीएमके अलायंस है, और तीसरे नंबर पे एआईडीएमके कहा था, वही तीसरे नंबर पे है। मैं कहूंगा इससे अच्छा साइंस का दूसरा कोई एग्जाम्पल हो नहीं सकता, डेटा साइंस का, क्योंकि आपके पास हिस्टोरिकल डेटा कोई भी अवेलेबल नहीं है एज फार एज टीवीके गोस, लेकिन उसके बावजूद 35% वोट शेयर, बिल्कुल एग्जैक्ट प्रिडिक्ट करना, एग्जैक्ट सीट प्रिडिक्ट करना, ये प्योरली हार्डवर्क जो है एक्सिस माई इंडिया की टीम का, और साथ में साइंस जो हम ग्राउंड के ऊपर एक्सिस माई इंडिया जाना जाता है, जो कि इसके पहले 90% से ज्यादा चुनाव में हमने एक्यूरेसी से के साथ कॉल किया है। इसके पहले 81 चुनाव में 74 इलेक्शंस पे एग्जैक्टली काउंट किया, अब ये हो गया 85 में से 78 इलेक्शंस हमने एक्यूरेटली काउंट किया है। थैंक यू सो मच।
I want to show our viewers the Axis My India poll and then compare that with the numbers on your screen. So as they celebrate in Mumbai, and with good reason, look at the predictions made by Axis My India. While he sat out of the election in West Bengal, here is Tamil Nadu. TVK between 98 and 120, that was the prediction. At the moment they're at 109 seats. So that's bang in the middle of his range. He predicted 92 to 110 for the DMK. That hasn't quite happened. DMK much lesser than that, around 60. He predicted 22 out of 33 for the ADMK. Now again the actual tally on your screen is much more, it's 65. So Pradeep ji, ये भी थोड़ा explain कर दीजिए. TVK का तो आपका bang on है, center of the range, and hats off for that. पर DMK का number और ADM, you've got the winner right, but number 2 and number 3 तो काफी अलग है.
नहीं, बिल्कुल राहुल आपने सही कहा। यदि आप अभी देखिए कि करीब 8 से 10 राउंड की पोलिंग हुई है, 25 में से 8 से 10, और वहां पर जो वोट शेयर है, करीब आधे वोट काउंट हो गए। वोट शेयर 32% डीएमके अलायंस का आ रहा है, जो हमने 35 कहा था 32 आ रहा है, और जो एआईडीएमके अलायंस की सीटें भली ज्यादा दिख रही है, उसमें से कम 25 सीटें ऐसी है एआईडीएमके की जो डबल डिजिट से ट्रिपल डिजिट के अंदर है। मुझे विश्वास ये है कि जिस पार्टी को ज्यादा वोट शेयर मिलता है उसको जरूर सीटें भी ज्यादा मिलेंगी। तो आप शाम तक ये पाएंगे कि पार्टी डीएमके नंबर 2 ही रहने वाली है, जैसे कि वोट शेयर में है, और एआईडीएमके पार्टी नंबर 3 ही रहने वाली है।
Let me show what happened in Assam. This is his prediction for Assam. Look at Assam and then we'll see where things stand. This is the, you know why? Because media gets pilloried. Why do you show Pradeep Gupta? Why do you show Access My India? This is all bogus. It's not. There's science here. Okay, here is, no, just come to the seat share numbers. Move out of vote share, come to seat share numbers for Assam. In Assam as well, Pradeep Gupta had predicted a big win for the BJP, which is what has happened. On your screen, you're seeing the numbers for Assam. 97 leads and wins for the BJP, up 27 from the last time. Congress at 27. He predicted a 37% vote share, AGP at 7, Congress at 31. Let me go across to the screen and show you where things stand in Assam at this moment. When it comes to votes, if you look at Assam, the BJP is 50 plus in terms of vote share of the votes that have been counted. The Congress at 34.3. That's the alliance. If you look at the BJP itself, it's 40. This is a phenomenal achievement for the BJP to be able to increase its vote share by 17% in Assam. Let's also look at Kerala. Again in Kerala, he predicted that there will be a comfortable win for the UDF. Not a tight fight, but a comfortable win. And in Kerala as well, Pradeep Gupta and the team at Access My India is correct. Here is the Access My India poll from Kerala. They predicted 78 to 90 for the UDF, 49 to 60 for the LDF. On your screen right now, the Kerala numbers, let's just go across and take a look at that. Is also, the studio is slippery, this is very dangerous, I just need to be a little careful of flying out of the frame. Okay, here it is on your screen now, the Kerala numbers, which are again very bang on, 87 for the UDF. His range is 78 to 90, so it's at the upper end of the range. LDF at 49 to 62 was his range. They're at 38. But you know, this is where people, if he gets it right, that's phenomenal. You can't now do this 19 beast. You want to talk about that, Pradeep Gupta? That you set up expectations so high that when LDF is at 38 and your range starts at 49, people say, "Arey, thoda sa niche reh gaya." This 19-20.
नहीं राहुल, उसको आप अभी एलडीएफ में आपने इंडिपेंडेंट को काउंट नहीं किए, बहुत सारे एलडीएफ के ही पार्ट हैं वो जो आप इंडिपेंडेंट में दिखा रहे हो.
ओके, फेयर इनफ.
आप उसको थोड़ा सा ठीक करवा लीजिए.
ओके, वीरा राघव हैज अ क्वेश्चन. वीरा,
पौंडीचेरी भी बता दीजिए. पौंडीचेरी में भी टीवीके को प्रिडिक्ट किया था. पौंडीचेरी में भी टीवीके 3 सीटें जीत रही है.
ओके, लेट मी शो.
और एनडीए की विक्ट्री प्रिडिक्ट की थी, एनडीए ही जीत रहा है पौंडीचेरी.
So the NRC at 15 down 1, the Congress at 11, TVK at this moment in my numbers hasn't done well. If you look at vote share, they have picked up a lot of votes, but they haven't been able to convert that into seats as far as Puducherry is concerned. But what he did pick up was about 14% vote share is what it is showing. Veera Raghav has a question.
No, so Pradeep ji, you know, one thing is to get the result right, the other is also to get the logic right. And you shared that you were expecting a sweep. Extremely well were the words you used for TVK in Chennai. In South, they will do well. In West, it's a three-way fight, and in the Delta regions, it's going to be DMK, ADMK. This was what you shared as a analysis for me. If that is holding good, is it fair to classify this election as urban, rural, young, old? These were the only two factors that played in this election. Would that be fair?
Yes, I mean, first the youth for sure, second the female, and third the urban and rural. In fact, TVK is scoring very good even in rural also comparatively. Barring Chennai is they are sweeping. And I also, if you remember, Veera said the stalwarts in Chennai city will have tough fight. You can see that the sitting chief minister is trailing.
That's
and
right.
Also, long time Udaynidhi also was trailing for a very long time, and he's just ahead.
Who were you mentioning? Pradeep, who were you mentioning when you said stalwarts were trailing and losing in Chennai? You told me this one stalwarts were not doing well. Who did you have in mind? Did you think of Stalin or Udaynidhi?
No, definitely Chief Minister Stalin. Okay. Definitely, because we can't use the name and we can't say that somebody is losing or winning in by name. It is not fair or ethical on our part. But that's what I said. The stalwart, the topmost stalwart of the DMK will have the tough time.
Kanchan Gupta has a question for you about West Bengal. Kanchanda.
Pradeep ji, congratulations for getting Kerala and Tamil Nadu and Assam right. But you finally abandoned the West Bengal poll. Now, what you said was that when you tried to speak to people during the first round of voting, they did not give you a clear response or a clear reply. Now, in hindsight, is it because, like 2011, this time it was a silent vote against the TMC and people were not willing to admit it because of the fear they had of retribution? Would you look at it like that?
Yes, definitely, Kanchan Dada, this is the case, and I kept on saying that BJP is doing extraordinarily good in West Bengal, but people, those who haven't spoken to our surveyors and to me also, I've been there, it seems two-third of the people belonging to BJP. But how do we know this until and unless they speak out? And it is purely the fear factor of the state government ruled TMC. They were very skeptical to talk about, even to say a word.
Okay, Shiv Arur has a question for you.
In fact, I kept on saying my six surveyors were sent to the Dum jail. And they spent about 24 days in Dum jail, and we finally got the bail from Calcutta High Court.
No, Pradeep ji, Shiv Arur here. First of all, a huge congratulations to you on your projections in Tamil Nadu. I would hazard to say that this is actually one of your outlier successes as a pollster, even bigger than some of your previous projections in larger elections. So huge applause and congratulations to you. You deserve, and your team deserves all the credit. My question to you is about Bengal, sir. I know you will not comment on a report that you did not release, but did this result align with what you found despite the non-disclosure or the non-answers that you received from the people there?
Yes, it was there. That's the reason why, I mean, you guys were asking me, what is your gut feeling? Gut feeling, I kept on saying that BJP is doing phenomenally good. The only question, because of silent voter, whether it is crossing the target of 150 plus kind of a situation. So this was the only question, and it seems about 2/3 of the population, those who haven't spoken that time, is voted in favor of BJP.
Veer Sangvi has a question for you. Veer.
When you made that prediction about Tamil Nadu, you knew you were going out on a limb. You were giving a candidate who nobody had given so much importance to, and you were pushing him as being the big winner. How brave was it? Was there a lot of discussion internally before you did it? And part two, why do you think other people missed it?
9, 10.
So Veer, thank you. So actually our methodology is very simple. We go to each and every constituency, and when were these trends were coming that TVK is leading, TVK was leading, that is everybody was worried about, and I kept on saying to Veera, he kept on calling me before the prediction day, what's happening. I said, the kind of trend coming which is super duper excited this time, let's wait. Let us do our analysis before we say any word to this, because it was not easy, that because there is no history. There is no history of TVK, whatever kind of vote share, seat share, how they are doing good, where they are doing good across the demography, across the geography. But all we could see that the youth, 18 year of age to 39 year of age, he was scoring more than 50% vote. The other side were splitting, the other 50 side votes were splitting into DMK and AIDMK. This was the first.
Pradeep ji, आप अपना तो खाते रह रहे हैं और ये केक भी काट रहे हैं. We want to call the chai stop in because आपने हमें ना केक खिलाया, से सीटी बजवा दी, and there's no cake also. So you better send one of those cakes to us. But in the meanwhile, I want to call the chai stop in, and Manogya has a question for you. As the chai stop comes up, it's also a good time for lunch. Haven't had anything since we started at 7. Manogya, come over, and you have a question for Pradeep Gupta. Go for it.
So I have something to reveal, an informal conversation, an off record that I had with Pradeep Gupta, and this is on paper.
Yes.
So the prediction that we did before the results started,
190 plus.
We discussed this yesterday, and Pradeep ji, with your permission, I'm putting it on air.
तो अगर 190 plus था तो पोल दिया क्यों नहीं फिर आपने?
And I and he discussed, and it was 190 plus BJP in Bengal. This I signed.
नहीं तो अगर आपका 190 plus था तो पोल क्यों नहीं दिया आपने गुप्ता जी?
So he said कि it is somewhere around that with 2/3 majority.
Can you hear us? I don't think he can hear us at this moment. But I'm intrigued to see that he's saying 190 plus. Shiv, Veera, you want to come over? Veer, we must get Veer to the chai stop. That is always fascinating. That's where it's supposed to be local, interesting.
No, but we should teach Pradeep the Vijay step, yaar.
Come.
No, make sure
Kanchanda, this is where Kanchanda finally gets to have some sandesh or mystery. He's been refusing.
Kanchan, you can now celebrate.
Kanchan now finally eat something sweet. He says, जब तक जीत नहीं जाएंगे तब तक कुछ नहीं खाऊंगा.
You can't be the only one there.
Who? Padmaja has been.
Maybe you will dance.
They have curd rice.
Sugar spike.
Curd rice, lemon.
We need some jhalmuri.
They have curd rice and lemon.
Do you want to tell everyone, most importantly, Veer, what your food is? What do you have?
We have
Wow.
and then from Assam and Bengal, she will explain what she has to offer.
ঝালমুড়ি, জুন পিঠা, তিল পিঠা, নারকেল নাড়ু, মিষ্টি দই, and fish fry, and Dahi puri. Dahi puri.
Dahi puchka.
Okay, so what we need to do first here, if you just bring the camera, give me a spoon, we have to get Kanchanda to eat some Mishti Doi. He's been refusing. He says till the time the BJP wins, Kanchanda, now you can get some Mishti Doi. No, he said I'm petrified that I don't want to jinx it, therefore I will only eat when the BJP wins. Now you want your Mishti Doi. Oh, you have a sugar issue? Okay, no, then we must not get you. But congratulations. This is a victory that's been long in the making. The party's worked very hard. An emotional moment for you, Kanchanda?
But the thing is that now it seems TMC won't be crossing the 3-digit mark. It will be halted in 90s. And the point which was being made by some of the people over here, the sheer arrogance that had come to become the whole face of the TMC. Abhishek stands on a public platform and dares the Union of India to come take him on. The manner in which Mamata Banerjee had begun to speak, and something, I'm open to correction, but throughout the campaign, neither Mamata Banerjee nor Abhishek Banerjee nor any other TMC leader ever mentioned Ma Mati Manush. They abandoned their own slogan. And if you look at the list of candidates, she was there, she will know. The first dozen odd candidates were the tainted ministers who had charges against them of thievery, of this, of that. I mean, you can't get away with this.
The arrogance of power can at times be just so intoxicating for those in power that they lose sight.
Advaniji had a term for this, satta mad ka nasha. And वो नशा जब चढ़ जाता है, आपका पतन सुनिश्चित है.
Very confident of Didi, who's been with her for almost more than 4 decades, 5 decades. Someone very trusted both in Delhi and Calcutta, was the one who I asked him, does she know that TMC is not faring well? He said a very interesting sentence. He said, हम सबको पता है, उनको कौन बताएगा?
Oh, that's
so intriguing that a lot of people knew but no one told her, or was it just the overconfidence that the party could not see? And then he said a very interesting sentence. He said, जो सत्ता में रहता है वो भूल जाता है कि हम कभी हार भी सकते हैं.
That's true.
Basically, there is an economic theory written in 1960s by Dalry, which says the higher the number of people who know something is going wrong, the lower is the chance that somebody will actually go and tell the boss that something is wrong.
That's a problem. Veer, how's the dahi puchka? Anyways, धुआं निकल गया वीर का लगता है.
I recommend it heartily.
Really?
It's really good.
It is?
And unlike everything else, she's making it fresh in front of us.
Nice. If Veer likes it, then, congratulations. Well done. That's a tough one to try and win. No, but this defeat for the so-called secular opposition, and what that means for national politics, Veer.
I think it proves that the BJP, in many ways, outside of South India at least, is unstoppable. But also, we'll talk about this at night, but I think there's always been a conflict. Even so-called secularists have complained about the fact that Mamata has been dictatorial, that there are gundas, that there is a pro-Muslim policy to the detriment of Hindus, but everybody's kept quiet about this because they felt she's the last hope of stopping the BJP. So there's been this interesting little double act on the secular side, saying whatever else she is, at least she's anti-Modi. Now that she's lost, I think more of the truth will come out.
And as you travel, Padmaja, through West Bengal, you need to share that. Padmaja is having the whole thing. Do hi bane itni der mein, Padmaja has grabbed both, okay? No, so we share, okay?
He recommended it, how can I not try
okay.
it? I mean, it's
but sharing is caring. That's very important. Sabka saath, sabka vikas. Okay. Now, as you travel through West Bengal, you also realize how impoverished the state is, relative even to a place like Bihar or Assam at this moment. Answer that, and one of them is mine. Thank you.
And you're absolutely right, and which is why a lot of this derision towards states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, there is actually a lot that Bengal has in common. You just look at the GSDP figures. Again and again, this has been spoken of. The number of child marriages in West Bengal are at an all-time high.
It's the highest in the country.
It's the highest in the country. FIRs are not registered. And again, this was, I think, in my limited take away from Bengal, this was an emotional election. You know, everyone, and we spoke about it earlier, there was almost, the people when they spoke, it was an abhi nahi to kabhi nahi moment, where people had been suffering for a variety of reasons. Everyone had their own reason. For some, it was about crime increasing. For some, it was about the safety of women. For some, it was just the impoverished state that they were in. And I say this not just, because people are thinking this is a communal, polarized election. There were Muslims who said, what has been done? In Mothabadi, where that entire thing over SIR happened, more than SIR, people were saying, "Sadak क्यों नहीं बना रहे हो यहाँ पे? एक college बनने वाला था, कब बनेगा यहाँ पे?" And a TMC guy was taken on by a local Muslim who said कि तुम मेरे को बताओ, तुम यहाँ आकर के जो सारे TMC की पैरवी कर रहे हो, क्या किया है तुमने? 10 साल से तुम्हारा विधायक है यहाँ पे. And we see this reflected in the result. So everyone had their own trigger, but people this time voted simply because they had had enough. So this 1,500, 3,000, all of that perhaps was secondary, and the cherry on top, but this was an emotional election.
Which of the food is from the south? Yeah, we'll go on.
You said this on Wednesday. To be fair, you said this on Wednesday before the results were out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've pretty much vindicated.
Yeah, and now or never. This was a feeling you heard again and again. We've had it. We've had it.
I also have this view, and she agrees with me. The Muslim vote in Bengal was split 3 ways this time. The indigenous Bengali vote, Bengali Muslim vote, which is the so-called peasantry over there, went back to the Congress and the CPM. That's why you find them incremental increase in their voting percentage. The Bangladeshi immigrant or Rohingya Muslim voted for Trinamool Congress. And a lot of them actually voted for Humayun Kabir's outfit.
He's leading in both his seats right now.
And I mean, they may not have been able to cross the threshold of converting the votes into seats, but it happened that way.
I think Ravi Shankar Prasad is joining.
We're joined now by Ravi Shankar Prasad ji. Ravi Shankar ji, if you were in our studio, we would have given you some very nice sandesh and mishti doi, and I think in the way that the BJP and the Rasgulla as well. So from our studios, some mishti doi, some rasgulla coming your way. Many congratulations to the BJP for this historic victory in the state of West Bengal. Ravi Shankar ji.
Well, Rahul, do I have your indulgence to begin on a lighter note?
Of course you do.
I am seeing your appetite for Bengali delicacies right from the day of your campaigning there. Whether it is kulfi with mango or whether it is roll there and whatsoever, I am very thrilled. But why you were so reluctant to have even one litti in Patna?
अरे
Bihar campaign.
क्या बोल रहे हो आप? ऐसा नहीं है, इतनी तो लिट्टी
Why
खाई
this
थी
double
आपने।
standard?
Oh, Ravi Shankar ji, the litti and the mutton at your house was.
This is a rank double standard.
अरे हो, फंस गए, पूरी तरह से फंस गए।
No.
But that's not true.
How much effort I have to make you eat even one litti, and here every restaurant you're enjoying all the varieties, the delicacies, including in your studio. Good, keep it up. Therefore, Biharis also make good delicacies. Keep it in mind.
No, the delicacies were brilliant. I just want to clarify before you pick up the wrong message that when we'd gone to Ravi Shankar ji's house, we just had dinner before that. हम डिनर खा के पहुंचे थे रवि शंकर जी से मिलने के लिए, और डबल डिनर से मैं बच रहा था. But yes, the mango kulfi and everything else we had was fantastic. So you've seen the BJP struggle in Bengal. Talk us through what this moment means for the Saffron Parivar. 194 leads at this moment. The lotus blooming in a state where it was thought impossible for the
Rahul, let me begin. Rahul, kindly give me just 2 minutes. Today is a very emotional day for us. Bengal is the birthplace, Karmbhumi of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, our founder leader, who sacrificed his life for the sake of country's unity. He entered Kashmir without permit and told his young secretary, go and tell the people of India at the Jammu border when he was arrested, I have entered inside Jammu and Kashmir without a permit. His young secretary, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. And from there, BJP is having a decisive victory. It's a very emotional moment for us. The second thing I would like to flag today is whether it is Bankim Chandra, whether Ramakrishna Paramhans or Vivekananda or Arvindo Ghosh or Bipin Chandra Pal, they in their own way resurrected the great spiritual tradition of Bengal, merging it with India's cultural nationalism, which I am sorry to say was completely lost sight of when India became free, except the brief period of Vidhan Chandra Roy. And the left mercilessly finished it, and Mamtaji surpassed even that. So therefore, I must name him. Samik Bhattacharya, the president of Bengal BJP, is a good friend. We have worked together for long in the Yuva Morcha of the party. He said, Ki hobe, Samik Babu. He said, it will be a rejection, not an election simplicita. And what you are saying is a rejection of all the misdeeds of Mamtaji.
Ravi Shankar ji,
Rahul Babu, be very clear about one thing with some experience of mine.
Sorry, please complete what you were saying.
देखो अहंकार कभी नहीं चलता है, राजनीति में अहंकार नहीं चलता है, arrogance, overpowering fear.
रवि जी आपने
I am sorry, she fought a great battle against the left, and why she had even superseded their atrocity is something shocking and surprising.
क्योंकि आपने अट्रॉसिटी की बात की और आपने इमोशनल मोमेंट की बात की, कई सारे ही स्टेट्स में चुनाव होते हैं, एवरी स्टेट सीज इलेक्शन, बट in West Bengal, we have seen that people actually lose lives, simply because they decide to follow a particular ideology. On this day, would you want to say something to the families of the 68 people who lost their lives in the post-poll violence in 2021 and subsequently in the 5 years that followed? Raviji.
My deep condolence to this, Padmaja, but I have visited Bengal as the leader of delegation of MPs to inquire into the atrocity during Gram Panchayat elections. I have gone to Sandesh Khali. Today let me tell you, I had gone to a village where a BJP leader's family was so mercilessly attacked. Even a Bahu who was in a family way started crying in my arms. She was so badly beaten. I have seen those. In a tribal village we went, not even a single one was there, because they were threatened, except one Bahu. I told her, Ekhine Ashon, Kami Bolbo ki. All those we have seen in Sandesh Khali, we are not being allowed to go. But for the CRPF presence, and the moment we went there, thousands of villagers came crying to us. There was fear, there was atrocity, there was terror in the hinterland of Bengal. And our good friends, the Bhadralok in Calcutta, they used to say, kindly allow us to vote to the booth and then see the result. Many industrialist friends of mine have told me, I will not name them, कि हमारे वोटर स्लिप को वहीं छीन लेते हैं. ये था बंगाल, and you all must have seen it. Today it is a matter of great pride that people of Bengal have spoken. The PM, the trust on PM leadership, bharosa on Modi ji, an extraordinary management and assurance of courage given by Amit Shah ji to all the people. We are with you.
And a trust, I think a test also of that.
All this is combined together.
Ravi Shankar ji, Shiv Arur here. First of all, a big congratulations to you and your party, sir. My question to you is about, the language that the Trinamool has often used about outsiders, about Biharis in particular. Disparaging terms have been used, like gutkha eaters have come to, defile the culture of Bengal. What would you say? You are from Bihar, sir. What would you say to those prominent faces in the Trinamool who used that kind of language today? What is the message to them?
My reply is very simple. Who are talking about it? Who cry hoarse कि संविधान खतरे में है. An Indian constitution permits one citizenship and the constitutional fundamental right of the people to settle anywhere. They were talking about it. But why Bihari only? Have they spared the media? Have they spared the judiciary, by the way? How many judicial officers were gherawed and kept in bandhak for 7 hours? But for strong language by the Supreme Court? To beat the media, beat the people. be it in some way the judiciary. What used to happen by Trinamool lawyers in Calcutta High Court? The Calcutta High Court used to say, sorry, we cannot hear this case. All these things are so well known. Therefore, it was fear everywhere. And a lady leader who has fought so aggressively against the fear of left surpassed even that. Ugly terror. I'm very, Mamta ji was minister with us in the Vijay government, and she could dissent like this is a matter of great shock. But people have spoken, and it is a matter of great moment that Bengal today is going for a tectonic shift. We are very happy about it.
Ravi Shankar Prasad sir, Veeraraghav here. Let's just go beyond West Bengal alone. Two major regional forces which have dominated the opposition, the TMC and the DMK, have been undone today. DMK, of course, undone by the Vijay factor in Tamil Nadu. What's the big national import? These are two regional parties which defined themselves as custodians of that regional identity and have said that the narrative that they had constantly used was that they were the barriers to the BJP from entering those states. What's the big national takeaway both for the opposition and for the regional versus national narrative that's been built in this country?
Well, that's a very good question. It is again a reflection of the changing mood of India. Aspirational India is rising. Enough of regional sentiment. If you can't deliver good governance, tata bye-bye. If you can't give a good civil life of development, tata bye-bye. That is very important. And you know how I see India, I have been in charge of Tamil Nadu also, I have worked in Bengal also. This great change which is happening, in which television has played a role, films have played a role, social media has played a role. People are realizing who we are, and people are realizing हमें भी कुछ करना चाहिए. We are also aspirational, and if we are, the regional forces, if they try to kill the aspirational constructive instinct, you better hell with it. That is how I see it. It's a very healthy sign for the country.
Okay, healthy signs. Before I hand the phone over to
Manu, to stay, they are most welcome.
Okay, before I hand the mic over to Manogya, quick question. Do you believe that the rise of Vijay means, since you've been in charge of Tamil Nadu, I'm asking, is that not great news for the BJP to regain itself in Tamil Nadu, build itself? Do you believe another force is taken over the regional space? Missed opportunity
for the
naughty
BJP? Question. Okay, we will keep it for we will keep it for reply on some good cup of tea.
Manogya.
Ravi Shankar ji, आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी कि just wanted to ask you on what is your take on the win that BJP has had vis-a-vis the loss of TMC. Why I'm asking this is perhaps historic, and what does this history making mean for you as a leader who's been multiple times to West Bengal in the past also?
You know, Manogya, first of all, you must understand, you have followed Bengal politics quite closely. I know that, Manogya. You cannot discount the hard work which the BJP organization has done. The RSS people, the BJP worker, the suffering. I remember in North Bengal also I have visited. कितनी पिटाई की थी, मैं हॉस्पिटल में गया था. एक ड्राइवर हमारा कार्यकर्ता था, उसकी पत्नी लिपट के रोने लगी.
दीदी बोलती है चुनाव आयोग ने आपका साथ दिया इसलिए जीत हो गई.
All those workers today. Today is the day for me to salute the sacrifice of all those workers. उनके गांव में मैं गया हूँ, देखा हूँ, तो उन सबों ने जो मेहनत की है, और बाकी जो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री, गृह मंत्री, संगठन ने जो मेहनत की है, उसका बहुत अभिनंदन. Great appreciation.
Joining us, really appreciate you taking out time. Ravi Shankar Prasad, senior leader of the BJP, talking about a historic victory for the BJP in West Bengal and in Assam. I'm joined by Sharbanda Sonowal, comes from the state of Assam, played an important role in the campaign on the ground. And I want to go across to the data file leaderboard to give you a sense of where things stand in Assam. Mr. Sonowal, welcome. You've been able to bring the BJP back to power in Assam in a very, very significant way. winning a majority by itself, the BJP at 99 seats in its alliance and the BJP by itself at 81. This is history in a state where many thought that the BJP originally could never win. Many congratulations, Mr. Sonowal.
Thank you. And like particularly for this victory, we sincerely extend our heartfelt gratitude to the people of Assam because of their sympathy, support, because of kindness and blessing, and we could able to achieve that particular target. And I believe in the whatever in the last 11 years under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, good work has been done in the state of Assam and also under the leadership in the state of Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma as the Chief Minister. So people of Assam, every section of the people of Assam got justice, social justice and equal economic upliftment. And that is why they firmly believe that if BJP is there, peace is there, progress is there, prosperity is there, dignity is there, and particularly the people of Assam, their identity, land, the culture, their heritage, their language, and above all, their self-respect. Everything will be well protected, and with this firm belief, they have again brought BJP back to power.
One of the highlights of the victory of the BJP in Assam is the complete decimation of the Congress in Upper Assam. The land which used to be the bastion of Tarun Gogoi, now the Congress winning only 2 seats over there, the BJP at 33. So much so that Gaurav Gogoi lost on his own seat. Gaurav Gogoi losing, what's the message? The man who led the campaign, you tried to make this happen in Jorhat in the Lok Sabha election. It didn't happen then. It's happened now. Hitendra Nath Goswami of the BJP winning against Gaurav Gogoi, the man who was leading the Congress's charge, Mr. Sonowal.
Yeah, look, Congress is a lost credible force here because in the last 55 years of their regime, whatever misdeed they have committed to the people of Assam, and ultimately whatever corrupt practices, whatever wrongdoing they did, and ultimately which has resulted Assam to stay in the back foot, and because of their all kind of misdeed, that is why the people of Assam will never excuse them, never forgive them. This particular blunder they have committed, they will have to face the penalty, and that is why this time also people of Assam have totally rejected them, their Congress and its allies. And they know that if Congress comes, again corruption will come. Congress comes, there will be unrest will come. Congress comes, it's broken of the law and order situation. And Congress comes means like a sense of insecurity to the life of the people. So that is why people of Assam, for the greater interest of the state and the country, denounced Congress and its allies and brought back BJP for the 3rd term and it a massive mandate. And
Padmaja Joshi has a question for you, Minister. Padmaja.
Exemplary,
सोनोवाल जी, ये बताइए कि आपको स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज से शिप्स निकालने में ज्यादा तकलीफ हुई या इस इलेक्शन को लड़ने में? कौन सा ज्यादा आपको मुश्किल लगा? What did you find more difficult?
देखिए दोनों ही देश की जनता की हितों के लिए हमारे जो फर्ज बनते हैं वो फर्ज तो हमको निष्ठापूर्वक निभाना ही होगा। प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में हम लोगों ने एक टीम इंडिया की स्पिरिट से हम काम कर रहे हैं और काम करते जाएंगे।
On a serious note, I want to ask you, Tarun Gogoi was the doyen of the Congress in Assam. The fact that Gaurav Gogoi loses in a place like Jorhat, what happens to the legacy of Mr. Gogoi and the Congress in Assam?
Look, like Gaurav Gogoi being the leaders of the Congress party, he did have connection with the commoners in the state of Assam. So he doesn't understand the local sentiment, local kind of people's expectation, because he didn't have interactive session with the commoners like poor and the youth and also the farmers and tea laborers, because in the state of Assam, if you want to create ground, then you will have to have strong basis, strong support. So he was only confined with the Congress leadership. It was a top heavy. It was a kind of top heavy. That is why they have failed.
Shiv has a question from the minister. Shiv.
Minister Sonowal, Assam was one of the elections where most people were predicting things would go a certain way. But I want your sense of what you think the national impact of these 5 elections is going to be, particularly Tamil Nadu and Bengal. What according to you is the big national picture? What has changed, sir?
Look, there are many important agenda to be landed on the ground for the betterment of the people of the country and for the speedy growth of the West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. The people of both the states have decided to bring BJP and also trying to give space. They understand that whatever exemplary initiative Honorable Prime Minister has taken in the last 11 years, it is always helping the poorest of poor, all sections of the society and all part of the country. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas.
Manogya has one last question for you. Manogya.
The performance of AIUDF in the state raises worries for a lot of other political parties also, and of course Congress, the way they performed. What is your take on it for both Congress as well as the performance of AIUDF? Does it come to an end for the party?
Whether it is Congress or AIUDF, they are the protector of illegal migrant. इलीगल माइग्रेंट, ये बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठिया के लिए ये दोनों पार्टी प्रतिबद्ध है, देश की जनता के लिए नहीं, इसलिए देश के जनता ने उसको नाकार किया.
Okay, we've got some information coming in, Shiv, on government formation for the TVK in Tamil Nadu. Shiv.
Government formation, if the party gets a majority, obviously the TVK is still being cautious about this, but this is a big NDTV inside track on what the next steps are going to be. Remember, look at the numbers right now: 108 for the TVK, 65 for the DMK, 60 for the ADMK, just short of that magic figure. Vasudha, a political editor who has called it right from the beginning on the Vijay factor, once again breaking this important piece of news. Government formation on the 7th, if that majority is achieved. Vasudha, what are the details?
Well, what we know is that it's going to happen, but yes, what we also know is that Vijay, the TVK chief, is also not ready to come out of his house right now, because he's waiting for all the finalities, all the formalities to be complete. He wants to be very sure of the numbers, Shiv and Rahul, and I think that's why all these fans who have come to Panayur TVK office are also waiting to hear from him, and they've been told that he would be here somewhere around 7 to 8 p.m. today. Let me just get you a glimpse of that question that you were asking me. What kind of a chief minister do you think Vijay is going to be?
So when Vijay, started campaigning, he wanted to meet people, he wanted to be on the streets. What he has promised is he will actually go to every nook and corner of Tamil Nadu. And that's what we are expecting. He will be an accessible chief minister.
Even the party office is not open. How do you expect the chief minister to be accessible?
We always need to hope for the, hope.
Exclusive at this time to the Union Information and Broadcasting Minister, IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav, now joining us live at this time. Minister Vaishnav, welcome. You played a role in the BJP's campaign in West Bengal, travelling often to the state. The BJP 193 in a state that people thought was impossible for the BJP to win. Minister Vaishnav, welcome, sir.
Congratulations to you and congratulations to the people of Bengal.
How do you think this happened and why, given the fact that Mamata Banerjee tried as hard as she could to hold off against the saffron surge? To what do you attribute this big victory, Minister?
Three big factors. One big factor was the atrocities on women, which was so clearly visible during all the visits and during all the feedbacks that we were getting. Huge amount of atrocities on women. It was quite common for women to be intimidated, their menfolk being badly treated. So many things were there. RG Kar and Sandesh Khali were bigger phenomena, but it was so widespread that people across the state were kind of trying to find a way out of this. Second big thing was major lack of development. Each and every project was kind of stranded. Look at the case of Kolkata Metro. To complete the Kolkata Metro, we wanted to fast forward it, but the state government, TMC government, first they went to the High Court. When they lost the case in the High Court, they went to the Supreme Court to stop the metro project in Kolkata. I mean, that kind of approach towards development was something which was so visible. Hundreds of projects in the state were stranded because there was no cooperation from the state government. That was the second thing. Third thing, our Prime Minister's clear leadership and the kind of work that is happening in the entire country, that was now a clear benchmark for the people of Bengal. What they are missing, they could understand now. So all these factors together have brought this.
My colleague Padmaja Joshi has a question for you, Minister.
Sir, good afternoon. Many congratulations. You yourself come from Odisha, and at the beginning of the campaign, the Prime Minister said, "Ang Bang Kaling." Ab Ang bhi, Bang bhi, or Kaling bhi, all three will have your government, and all three have suffered for quite a few years. What's your immediate agenda for the state of West Bengal?
Restore law and order. Very important to restore law and order. Break all those gangsters which are trying to rule the state and do all those atrocities on women especially. That has to be broken. Third, bring back the state on path of development.
Particular, business has suffered. There were a lot of people who are in business, in construction. They keep worrying about, and one word that one heard constantly is chakri. We need work. How does that happen in a place where, we remember Singur, we remember Nandigram? So how do you reconcile the two?
Industries were hounded away from West Bengal because of multiple factors, syndicates, cut money, the kind of law and order situation which was there in Bengal. It was palpable that people have to leave the state for jobs. Now that will change.
All right, I think Shiv has a question.
Shiv, yeah.
Minister Vaishnav, a huge congratulations. Nice to see you again. As Minister leading many of our tech sectors, Bengal has conspicuously been lagging on many industrial parameters. What is your vision? There's a huge young base there, a big, a large potential workforce there for tech, AI. What would be your message to them now, sir? They will be very hopeful.
See, the state of Assam got a semiconductor plant because the kind of government, the proactive government which is there, they got a semiconductor plant. Imagine the electronics manufacturing ecosystem getting developed in Assam. That is the kind of potential our country has today. We are now net exporters of electronic components and electronic equipment. We have almost 25 lakh people employed in electronics manufacturing. And Bengal was losing out on all these opportunities because the state government did not want any industry. All these things will change now.
Ashwini ji, just one more question, and I'm very curious about this because you are considered a bit of an outsider as far as politics is concerned because you're much more thoughtful. Bengal was a place where it was a very high voltage, high octane campaign where very fiery, inflammatory things were being said as part of the political narrative. For someone like you, what did it feel like being in that battlefield, sir?
Shiv, you were there and Rahul was also there in one of the editors' meetings.
Yeah.
About a month back or maybe 1.5 months back. I had very categorically told all of you that we'll win with 170 plus seats.
You did.
And the reason for that kind of conviction was that people had made a decision. People were very clear they want a change. They were very clear what they were missing out. They were very clear that the atrocities on women must end. They were very clear that Bengal must get back onto the path of development. Bhay se bharosa is the transition which is happening now. Bhay se mukti is the victory being depicted now.
Manogya Doiwal has a question. Manogya.
Namaste Ashwini ji. Just a small question. There are a lot of railway projects that have been pending, including the metro project of the city itself and the timings that were to be changed for Kolkata. What should the city and the state expect as the first three things from your ministry in railways as well as INBA?
First, bullet train will take to Siliguri. That's the first big project we'll take from Patna to Siliguri, the bullet train. Second, Kolkata Metro we will now complete because, as I told, the TMC government went all the way to Supreme Court to stop the project. And now that factor will be out, so we'll be able to complete the Kolkata Metro. Third, there are about 80 plus projects which are pending in the state because the state government was saying no to those projects. Now we'll be able to start many of those projects.
Thank you so much.
But you have many problems. Like, this is the only state which has the Land Ceiling Act still, Mantri ji. This is also a state where incentives are given, then the incentives are taken back. So there's also a problem with very small fragmented land holdings and therefore the challenge with land acquisition. How does the BJP intend to deal with these structural issues when it comes to industrializing Bengal?
Where there is a will, there is a way. It's possible to do things if the intent is right, if the will is there, then it's possible to do things. You have seen how Chenab could be built by Prime Minister Modi ji's government. You have seen the most complex projects which have been delivered in the last decade. It's a question of willpower. It's a question of political will.
Sir, what do you make of the results in Chennai? Vijay superstar winning close to a full majority. As you process the victories in Tamil Nadu and in Assam and in West Bengal, what do you make of Tamil Nadu?
In case of railway projects, we had only 3 states where states were opposing the projects. Kerala, Tamil Nadu and West Bengal. All the 3 places the governments have lost.
So, Veera Raghav. Sir, as you make that point, this is the last decade has been defined by this, antagonistic battle between the state and the center, especially opposition states like Tamil Nadu, whether it's the language policy, etc. Do you believe that a new force would perhaps make a fresh start? What's your sense? Is it optimism or are you skeptical about the new force that's coming to power?
A lot of this, what you call the large number of conventional political parties, they were trying to basically put it in different A versus B. It was a kind of, that adversarial relation in politics was being created by conventional political parties. If you talk to the young people, there is a unanimous need for development. There is a unanimous consensus for taking India to the next level, growing an economy, creating more opportunities. That entire spirit, that aspirational India which is there among the youngsters, that is universal. I think that spirit which is winning now, and that old politics of putting one against the other is going away. Thanks, Rahul. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you taking out time. Ashwini Vaishnav ji, many congratulations on this big victory. And, the lotus blooming in a state, Kanchandao, where it was thought impossible, is a big victory. This is a significant day in the annals of the BJP's history.
I was just thinking, in a way, in a manner of speaking, this is homecoming for the BJP. It has sort of won an election in a state where the idea of a Hindu core political party, political organization took shape. And I'm not referring to either the BJP or the Janasangh, but the Hindu Mahasabha. And people forget, but in the elections subsequent to 1952, the Hindu Mahasabha would win seats in Bengal. And one of them was famously Nirmal Chatterjee, father of Somnath Chatterjee, the great Marxist leader.
Sir, can I just for a moment go across to Harsh Goenka? He's joining us now. He's put out a post earlier today saying industrialists are thrilled with the result. His family comes from Kolkata. They'd left, one part of the family is still there. He's moved now to Mumbai and elsewhere. Mr. Goenka, welcome. Do you want to summarize what you think is the feeling amongst business communities, families like yours that trace their roots to Kolkata, and how you process this result in West Bengal? Mr. Goenka.
I've spoken to a lot of businessmen today, and there is a general sense of euphoria that it's great news for the business community. There will be a shift from welfare politics and dole to sustainable economic development in the state. There is a general feeling that now there will be an industrial revival, and there has been a fair amount of migration that has taken place. There would be a reversal of that, and for growth one needs less of local tensions and societal cohesion, which will come. And more important is there is a lot of entrepreneurship within the Bengal community, and I think startups, and MSMEs will get a lot of boost. One found a lot of resistance from what is known in Bengal as syndicates. I am sure there will be greater law and order, and more jobs. I think it's extremely important to have the migration reversal. So all in all, the entire business community seems to be absolutely delighted.
What would you like to change? What would you like should change in West Bengal with the new government coming to power, Mr. Goenka?
I think the entire the focus on economic development, on industry, something that I hope that will happen. It has been neglected in the last several years, and I would say several decades. Once the CPM came in, and then Singur happened, somehow or the other, the Bengal never got its brand back as which it was. And I hope the glorious days of the past come back to Bengal. It has lost the race to so many other states like Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, etc.
Mr. Goenka, it is so poignant that you mentioned Singur, because this was a seat that was continuously held by the Trinamool Congress. It catapulted Mamata Banerjee to the Chief Minister's chair, and today the TMC has lost on this seat. Becharam Manna, who was the right-hand man of Mamata Banerjee in the Singur agitation, he's lost this seat. Do you think, in that sense, Bengal has come a full circle in the verdict today?
Absolutely right. It has come a full circle, and people in Bengal are looking for employment. They are looking for better opportunities, better economic growth. So it's